No, you should definitely be scared. Okay, that's good. Stream is up. And I need me a Google Chrome window. I need me, oh, not a Twitch window, DDB on window. My Campagons, view Campagon. Why is this shit? Why? Listen, it's 2023. Make a goddamn dark mode for a website. DDB on. I gotta open somebody's page to have a dark. Well, at the same, listen, in the same boat, it's 2023. Stop making widescreen movies. Just stop putting those forcible fucking, like, the skinny black bars on the top and bottom of a widescreen movie. Shoot the shit in 16:9. Stop shooting it in whatever the fuck you're shooting it in. It's 2023. Don't nobody got no fucking weird shaped camera monitor thing. Make me a fucking movie that fits my monitor. Holy shit. Like, I got 3 different shaped monitors, and if the movie don't fit one of them, you're not auteur. You're fucking autistic. Fix the goddamn movie. That's how we started stream. Me yelling about something. Yeah, no, so auteur and artistic are relative but not the same thing. Auteur is when you shoot something in a weird way that necessarily nobody's done before, or like an offshoot of something somebody else has done before. Sure, but people that shoot movie, like Zack Snyder is not a visionary. Black and white does not make you a fucking visionary. It makes you old. I am colorblind. I don't want to see things in black and white. Wait, what? Oh, are you talking like shaky cam? Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, found footage movies. Some found footage, yeah, some of them are good. There was one about Bigfoot that was fucking great. Blair Witch was great. I can't something The Tall Man or something like that. I don't remember what the hell it was. There was one that was a found footage movie of Bigfoot where he was like spiking people on top of trees. Horror or sci-fi. There is some really good sci-fi that's shot in found footage. Typically it is sci-fi horror, but there are some that aren't. They're like sci-fi discovery or something. Like there may be a horror scenario, like you found the footage of a lost, a group of people you sent out. Aliens destroyed these people, but you found the footage of, something along those lines. Like, but not necessarily that it's a horror for you. It was just horror for something prior to you, so it's still considered sci-fi, not horror. There's a whole fucking offshoot. I don't know. What? What do you want? Well, you don't call people midgets, man. You call them little people. You call them little people. Are you? Oh, I definitely thought it was Little Man. That was Damon Wayans and Marlon Wayans when he played. I don't know. I don't know. That sounds like some weird shit that would happen though. I listen. Florida got a lot of dumb shit going on. There's a lot of dumb shit going on. I'm not defending it. I'm just saying, at least they don't have Marjorie Taylor Greene and that dumb bitch that thinks the Earth is flat, that just got voted as like speaker of fucking Georgia or whatever. I'm just saying, at least we don't have Marjorie Taylor. At least we don't consecutively vote Marjorie Taylor Greene back into office. That's a flex in and of itself. Because I have never seen somebody who is just willfully fucking stupid. You can present factual fucking information to them, and they'll be like, "Well, that's obviously propaganda." I agree. Well, yes and no. The government has found its way to exploit the media. I don't necessarily think they control them, but they're exploiting it, and they're using sound bites as a way to gain popularity, and basically TikTok clips and fucking um, anything that can make them popular for 5 seconds makes them popular enough to vote back into office. I mean, and then they also shove things in 4,000-page bills, so you won't read the one thing that says, "Ha, you have rights anymore, stupid." Thanks. Yeah, shadows. If you show them shadows, NASA controls the shadows. Fucking, I hate old people. I hate old people. I'm just saying, we could start the Edistoop back up. You just let them jump off a cliff to benefit society. That's a fun one too, and I feel like it would reduce the burden of Social Security. You know, constantly, like, year round, it's fucking, it's 50 people, and whoever survives, one person gets to survive. Ain't none of this two people eat poison berry shit. If they eat poison berries, game over. No one gets it this time. That's what I'm saying. Moral of the story is, if you're British or old, go fuck yourself. That's it. If you're British or old, particularly if you're British enough to still call the United States the colonies, if you're that level of British, I think we should get in a boxing match, and I think it would pay well. That's all I'm saying. Oh my god, yeah. What if we offered dental with American citizenship? Listen, we don't got to do healthcare. We don't got to do healthcare. What if we did dental? You know how many people? Yeah, we fly him to Turkey, where it's like $2,500. Okay. Anyways, hello all, and welcome to our Dungeons and Dragons stream, where I yell about old people, apparently, um, and movies, apparently, and the British. I yell about the British a lot. Listen, the audacity! Like, how dare you fake that accent this late into the extent of your country being existed? Oh. We fancy ourselves the crew of LikelyAMimic. That's our handle on most, if not all, socials. There's a little scroller up there at the top, tells you all of them. If you're curious about older sessions, please go check the YouTube. It's just youtube.com/LikelyAMimic. I think that's the link. If not, just go to YouTube and type in LikelyAMimic. The links on YouTube are stupid because it'll be like LIK37R M fucking, and I can't claim my own. They don't let you claim a fucking URL, so I'm pretty sure it's youtube.com/LikelyAMimic, but also I don't know if that works. Just go to the website, type in LikelyAMimic, search bar, you'll find it. Anyways, we play tabletop game. It's been quite a while. We've been doing it a little over a year and 3 months, year and a quarter now, something like that. So I still say we're fairly new at streaming it. We do still have some technical difficulties occasionally happen. There are potentially some issues that could arise from that. Like the audio was not correct, and now it is. So it probably wasn't hearing you guys talk the entire time, just hearing me yell. If you notice anything, please let me know. I'll do my best to fix it as quickly as I can. Just type in the chat and I'll do my best. Anyways, that out of the way, collectively, we thank you for your viewership, your patience, and your time. It means the world to us that you want to watch us be fucking nerds, you know? Can't describe it any better than that. So I skip all that shit now. Character intros real quick since we have everybody here for the first time in forever. Ben, talk about your character real quick.
My name's Ben, or Long Wells on my social medias. I play Ian August or Vincent Moontrack, currently as Ian. I am a very human rogue, doing rogue things. Usually unconscious about 3 rounds into the fight.
Usually unconscious.
Pretty good description.
That sounds about right.
Nick?
I play Pep, Barry, Cleric. No, that's it.
Hobo?
I'm Hobo now. I play Silver, the Way of Mercy monk that is sick of everyone's bullshit.
That's just her excuse because she's sick of all of us generally.
Peace, love, and genocide. Ain't that right? Peace, love, and genocide.
True. It's true.
Adam?
I'm Adam. Sunlight Warden on everything else. I play Augustus Crawford, the Artificer Wizard, who punches things, incidentally.
He do that sometimes. He also be dying.
He does be dying.
By the way, did you see a TikTok that I sent you that had to do with a D&D type of character, and I sent it to you? It's if not, scroll back through our TikTok messages and look for it. There's a particular message underneath it that when you read it, you'll go, "Oh shit."
Okay.
Lee, tell us a little bit about Korik.
I play Court, Wild Elk Rogue Assassin type. And it's my bullshit that Silver gets tired of most of the time. So
True.
I like to burn up boats.
He does like to burn boats, literally.
So Lee Korik is going to be changed to Lee Bullshitter, and then Hobos is going to be Hobo Bullshit Hater.
There you go.
True.
Cass, tell us a little bit about Omen.
Howdy. I play Omen, the Old Man Wizard. He's a wizard.
He do be, in fact, that a wizard.
He also has some sort of amnesia in a sense. Not really, like
Kinda.
bits and pieces. Yeah, but yeah,
Getting
that's
bits pieces.
Yeah.
Which I have to give you the stuff for when you got up to level 10. I have it written down. I will type it up and then send it to you whenever I get a chance.
Okay.
for your little minor seizure you went through when you went to level 10.
Oh shit. Okay, gotcha.
Lastly, I'm JJ, Sword Longcock on Twitch, Discord, Twitter, TikTok, all the things. I'm the Dungeon Daddy. What else? You probably heard me say this before, but for the new folks, this is my living story. I'm not a god. I play them when they need me to, but I like to think of myself as a bard of old. I actively speak this world into existence, and you, the viewers, my listeners. These guys are the stars of the show because they're my characters. Unlike a book, my characters are alive. They do good, they do evil, they love, they lie, they lose, they fight, they kill, they survive, they adventure, they grow, and they learn. But most importantly, they think, they feel, and they make their own decisions, and it's as living gets. I think that's it. No, my whole job is to challenge them, teach them, reward them, and sometimes break them. All to see them develop and inevitably to guide the story to its end. I don't know where they're going to take me, but I make do. That out of the way, I think that's everything. I said YouTube, old sessions, social scroller at the top. I think that's everything. Those of you who were here last week, do you want to let the others know what happened?
I think Hobo should do all of the recap because she was definitely here.
I was totally here.
Totally
Right.
here.
What happened?
So we did things and stuff.
Things and stuff.
People are no longer petrified, I hope.
They
Yes,
are, in
yeah,
fact,
yeah.
no longer petrified. That is true.
we trudged our way up a mountain, smelling like shit. So
Well,
it
up the tower. not a
Yeah,
mountain.
so
A
so you
tower.
made them a poultice that you like rubbed on them, and I'm not gonna lie to you, there was shit in it,
Good.
and you had to rub it all over them so the stone would dry and crack, and eventually the rest of them got loose. Pep was the only one that was able to like free himself, and I think you freed somebody else.
Cork.
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 Cork failed.
Basically you gave them the ability to try and re-break through their
Petrification.
stone skin effectively,
You're welcome.
by rubbing some shit on them, and literally shit, but also some other shit was in the shit.
Bat shit.
Mostly shit.
I was actually thinking guano. I was like, because it's like super acidic. I was thinking that would do it.
It
I
is
know that
also
from
magical in
Dr.
nature, according to
Stone.
D&D.
I was thinking guano was the shit ingredient. I just couldn't think of the word guano until you said bat shit, and I was like, oh, I remember the word. But yeah, that's there was definitely some bad shit in it. Some bat shit, some bad shit, and some other shit was those are the three ingredients. And you rubbed it.
Pearls were made.
I agree. Yeah. And you let them break free of their encasements. Encasements. It sounds better. But you passed a check to be able to do that. I rolled for you. You did good. So the rest of you, what else happened after you were freed?
We met
Everyone-
two old people.
Yeah, we did. We went up the tower.
Up the tower.
Upon moving up the tower and getting 8 billion feet up, as Pep was reading his weird fairy stories on the door knocker, waiting for us because the fucker can fly. As we moved all the way up there, we knocked on the door, and it turned out there was an old bastard in there.
Two.
Well, one first.
One,
We met
yeah,
the first
one
one first. It was very crotchety. This one didn't want to let us in, but he gave us food. Very polite. At the end of it all. Super nice guy. Then, as we were waiting to be let in near nightfall, because we had to wait for night to watch the forest or the swamp to see why the swamp was moving, because that's the whole reason we went there to begin with. We met the second old person who had been brought up by an elevator that we didn't know was there. Which is fun. Things that we didn't know existed. But it was dropping as we went up there, so it's not like we could take it. It's a whole thing. But the old person came up with a bird. The bird gave Pep the evil eye. It didn't like Pep. Bird said, fuck other flying creatures. Only I can fly, even though it didn't fly. And then the old lady let us in. And while we smelt like complete and total ass,
Yeah, we got to take a shower.
we got to take a
You're
shower.
welcome.
Well, me
Yeah.
and Keegan. only
It
two
was
of
a
us took a shower.
bath.
Yeah.
It was a bath.
It was a bath.
It's important because the water was fucking boiling hot.
Oh yeah. They were
Was.
trying
It
to-
was
they-
indeed
straight up,
boiling
honestly,
hot.
They were trying to cook us.
Yeah, I had to fucking cool it down for us to use it. But you did. We took a shower. I guess it got all cleaned up. He finally doesn't look like a fucking starving hobo. In the middle of winter.
What the hell? Why you gonna talk shit about hobo like that, bro? She's right here. That's fucked up.
I said what I said. But yep, no, he got all cleaned up, cleanly shaven, and fucking still kind of scraggly, but at least he's no longer smelling like ass and skin looking like death. And but the pangolin went missing during the whole debacle, and that's what started the do we kill them or not scenario. That
Let's be honest. That's not what started it.
Korg
No,
asked me if he
No,
could
Cork
kill
and Pip
them.
started this one.
No, Korg asked me if it was an okay idea to kill them. I went over and tried to ask you two while you're in the bathroom.
Thank God we didn't.
And I the fucking pangolin followed the old lady to her room or whatever.
Yep, and then Augustus lost connection to Gisborne, prompting the next series of events where Augustus plainly walked out into the room in front of everybody and summoned the pangolin back to him, in which it was now lifeless. Its energy had been consumed, which prompted the next series of conversations that went utterly good or bad, depending on your viewpoint.
They went.
They
They
did indeed
definitely
win.
went.
The old people were not just any old people. Turns out one was some type of change person. Still don't know who that one is entirely. But they are bound to the other old person who we learned was imprisoned, but it was imprisoned by his own choice because he's a god. And upon learning that he was a god, some questions were
He's
asked
just real
in
strong.
an
He didn't
armor.
say he's a god. He just said he's real strong.
He did say he
He
was real
talked-
strong.
He talked to my sword.
Yeah, he did indeed talk to the sword.
Kind of godish.
Yeah, we had a competition to let us out.
You don't know. Could just be powerful.
Yeah,
They also
homie-
made fun
homie
of the
did
one
arm
I
wrestle.
worship, so
You were doing good.
He did make fun of Kellenborn. Yeah, he said fuck that guy.
He said he
Yeah,
kind of
I
goofy.
knew him when we went to school together.
He said he
Fuck that
kind of goofy. That's all I'm saying. Somebody got
Dude, kinda
swirlies
goofy
and somebody didn't.
But upon continuing that conversation, the armor that we found, when we saved the lady from the pit, but didn't really save the lady from the pit, pulled out her armor. Things got a little bit more heated. He basically said, "Hand that shit over or don't leave." And there was no in between the lines there. It was basically handed over or else.
He said, "Get fucked, nerd."
He did say, "I am real strong, get fucked, nerd." And so we handed it over, and he said, "Well, we're gonna get out of here, but I made this prison real strong, so give me a minute to get real strong." And he brought the tower down upon itself.
Which we are
He
still
took our
currently
lunch
trapped
money.
in, by the way. Did
Yeah,
not work.
so-
Did not get us out of the tower.
Well, no, it got us out. We are no longer surrounded
he-
in whatever we're surrounded in. We
he
are now
destroyed
surrounded
the
in
door.
the bubble of the tower.
Right, yeah. So the peak is where you guys were at, peak of the tower. And the peak of the tower is now currently on the ground, and the rest of the tower is in fucking shambles around it. He basically, he took his warhammer back from the guard, placed it against the door, and hit it, and the tower shook. And then each of his little yellow canaries flies over and smacks into the handle and becomes part of the handle. And then he smacks it again, and then another one smacks it again. And he keeps using this increase in size and weight to cause more damage to the structure. And finally, on the last one, the top peak shatters, splits, like shears itself completely from the tower. As the tower crumbles around you, you fall hundreds of feet to the ground. But you're safe. When it lands, just kind of... I mean, it does a lot of damage to the outside, but nothing to the inside. And
Remind me of something.
he hits one last time and blows the door apart.
Yes,
And that was where you cut off, or I cut you guys off last time.
Also, some crucial information. That guard lady who was just kind of there hanging out with said what we assumed to be godly dude. Also stated that when he leaves, it is a calamity.
He did say when he leaves, it is not good things that do indeed happen. That is true. But we got bigger fish to fry.
I think the biggest fish to fry is this neutral guy that we don't know if he's gonna be on our side or not currently.
We got
You mean
bigger
Cork?
fish to fry.
But that's a
Cork,
different
the one
fact.
who's gonna murder us all.
You mean
Listen,
you mean the
also-
neutral guy who you're not really sure if he's on your side? Do you mean Cork?
Omen, actually.
That's fair.
Uh,
That's also
He
fair.
knows all
We
these
did,
motherfuckers.
we did learn a lot about Omen. Apparently, he knows the guard lady, and
And the god.
we repaired, or she helped him repair his
Reignite the
Triceratops
spark
thing.
of his ankylosaur.
Ankylosaur, there
Right.
we go. I
It's
knew it
still
was a
sheared in
dinosaur.
half because you didn't rebuild it.
Yes.
But she reignited the spark, and now everyone else can see it as alive like you were.
Yep. And now we need to go and rebuild it.
But you need highly specialized equipment for this.
But we need highly specialized equipment. We need a workshop. in which Augustus needs already anyways. So we talked about going to the old workshop, but in doing so, that would mean going back across the border.
Across the Sea of Fallen Stars.
Yeah.
I think that's everything.
Yeah.
A couple of tidbits you're missing there, but they'll
Hey,
come
we got
around
the-
later.
God, the arm wrestle with God was pretty good.
Come back later.
I think that was a.
Oh yeah, Augustus arm wrestled a deity.
Oh yeah, I did indeed arm wrestle
Hey.
the old dude.
And you at least brought him down past his halfway. That's
Yeah.
fine.
I almost won.
With a nat 20.
No,
Yeah.
you had the thing
Two
is
nat 20s.
he had good rolls the whole time. It's just so did Wade.
Yeah.
The last
I think the
roll was
lowest.
what
I think
kinda
the lowest I
decided it.
rolled was like a 14. That was good rolls for
Yeah.
me.
Pretty much everything else was in the 20s the
Yeah.
entire time with the
Um,
modifiers.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, my brain stopped working like halfway through your guys' explanation, so I got like none of that.
We met a
So
guy.
Hey,
per,
let's
per the
fucking
course,
go.
got it. Per the
Yeah.
course, got it.
Those cultist things that we keep killing.
You're right
they're
on
real
track,
bad.
Obo.
What?
Tower Fallen deity calamity.
Oh yeah,
Let's go.
he gave you the name of the cult that you've been like hunting across the country randomly.
Yeah, he
Oh.
did. He did also tell us that if they have what they have, it is a very bad thing. So that's also why we decided to ultimately give him the armor instead of trying
That was
to
Part of the persuasion.
part of the persuasion. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it.
Sounds like you need this more than me.
Yeah.
Do you remember the name I gave you of the cultists?
No.
No?
Off the top of my head.
Entropists.
Entropist.
Ah.
I knew it was like an energy conservation thing. Entropy.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
Entropists.
Close.
I got a question.
Hit me.
It-
Probably
it
got
has
an
nothing
answer.
to do with the last week.
Okay.
My spell Contagion. Could I give someone dysentery?
I don't know the exact wording, but I don't see why not.
Well, it
You
says
can
I can give
flavor
them
it as
hay fever
You
dysentery.
you
and
can
shit.
flavor it. Yeah, you can give them like the side effects of
Yeah, I
of
can also give
dysentery,
them
yeah.
seizures and shit. So I wouldn't. I would think that I can give them like diarrhea, right?
Yeah, they
Sure.
just
I
shit
mean-
themselves.
Listen, technically, according to like hardcore book reading, you can prestidigitation the shit out of someone's ass.
I mean, yeah.
Technically,
Technically, it is. It is.
I'm not
considered
gonna
soil.
allow it, but it's considered
Damn
a
it.
soil. You can make them soil themselves. Technically, exactly.
I was gonna make-
I'm not gonna allow it.
Mhm.
In certain
Gonna make them
circumstances, it would be
fight.
funny, but I know what would happen is when you guys are fighting some big boss, one of you guys would be like, "I'm gonna take my action to cast prestidigitation," and make
Yeah.
him shit himself.
I swear to God, that wasn't what I was thinking. You can't prove it.
You know, that's exactly.
So now
what
he's just gonna have to
fucking-
give his speech with fucking liquid shit
Shit
running down his leg. You know what I mean? Floating in the air, so you get some drops and fucking solid pieces hit the ground underneath him. There's a smell just radiates into the
Disadvantage on
room.
All intimidation.
Well, I mean, if we had a bard, you can just play the brown note. So I'm gonna get a level on bard so I can do it.
Uh,
That just all of a sudden became a level 15 bard thing.
no, I gotta see some effort to do bardly things.
Hey, I'm a whimsical fairy, man.
It's not bardly though, bro. You ain't tried to seduce nobody. You ain't tried to
Yep.
sing or play an instrument. You ain't.
Can I get barbarian next? Because all I do is punch things.
I could dance.
That's why you got
barbarian.
fighter.
That's fair.
You're a fighter wizard.
That's fair.
Can I get barbarian?
You can fucking
next 'cause all I
second
do is
artificer,
punch
wizard, fighter, whatever the fuck you are. You can fucking second wind. I don't want to hear
Hey,
it.
man, Silver could get a level on bard. She was a gladiator for a little bit.
Silver could get a level in being a fucking politician for trying to run this party. For trying to contain the
trait.
shit that you guys do.
I think she
Uh,
should get- I think she should
Honestly,
get the leadership
fair.
or the parenting trait, one of the two.
Oh no, there's something that she's coming up on. She just doesn't know it yet. If she can successfully convince you guys to do something, something's gonna happen because of that. Just to successfully to not burn down a village or something along those lines. There
Ultimate
could
savior.
be something coming her way.
It's never coming my way because containing this chaos is impossible.
Do you miss being part of the chaos as Thimble?
The primary cause.
The primary cause, but unintentionally is the best part.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, 100%.
Unintentionally.
On purpose. Just by sheer existence was Thimble the chaos.
Why do these drapes exist? They would look much better burnt.
I miss Thimble because I could actually have fun.
Okay, well that's because you're the party. You're the party cop now. You got to get everybody together. You're your house mom.
I don't want to be house mom.
Then punch somebody in the face and they do something stupid.
It's not something my character would do.
140 damage in 5
Honestly,
swings.
at this point, hey, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Right in the
Public
neck.
Hex,
She's
the
already
mental
done
stability
similar.
of your
so-
character is probably gone. You probably at this point would punch me.
Yeah, just
Listen,
knock the party member out. You can heal him, so just knock him out.
just knock him out. Just beat him within literally an inch of his life. I'm talking 1 hit
A
point
party
away from
member,
full
yeah,
death.
I will beat up a
And
party
then
member
revive.
gladly, but a stranger now.
No, I didn't say a stranger. I mean, well, the only stranger you got in the party's Cork. So
Cork, I've been
don't
traveling
punch
for
Cork.
For years. Cork has been my party member for years. Okay, Silver knows Cork better than she knows anyone else, and that's not saying much because she don't know Cork very well.
That's true. Cork is the only one left in from your original party. That is true.
Cork
Yep.
is an anomaly.
Fuck you, all my friends are dead.
What? Okay.
All of
Okay.
that
And the
sucks
other
to
one
suck,
tried
I
to off
guess.
himself.
You have one friend left.
And he tried to
Yeah.
off himself.
It's not like you didn't cross the
What did I
fucking
tell you?
continent to
What
try
about
and save this
you?
man.
A lot.
Hey man, sucks to suck, I guess.
You crossed the goddamn continent to save him, and he's like, I don't have any friends left.
No, I have no friends left. No, fuck you.
I don't know
That's-
anybody here anymore, man.
I don't even go to the school.
I have a girlfriend. She goes to the other school.
So that being said, we'll roll back in. All of that being said, we'll roll back in with you guys. You better give that dog some of whatever you're
You
eating.
better give him
right
some
now.
attention. Look at him.
He's just a little
The
guy,
best
okay?
boy.
He just wants a hug.
Just a little guy.
Oh, he about to get in that drink. Look, he about to dive his head in that drink. Look at him.
Yeah.
You can't have alcohol. You're still a baby.
You're not 21, guy. You better calm down.
You're a little guy.
So
Okay,
to
go
roll
away.
back into it, you guys have just plummeted hundreds of feet. You went through several seconds of negative gravity. You floated for several seconds as the building plummeted. You all began to float. As the building crashes into the ground, you all smack into the ground. I'm not gonna make anybody take damage. It hurt. You're fucking sore. But you all, every one of you, crashes into the ground for a split second, and everything goes black. As everybody begins to come to, you all look up, and he's hammering that door. And finally, he gets it to fucking shatter. And he breaks out of the own prison that he built for himself because he has the armor and because he has the hammer back. The only thing that, in appearance-wise, missing from him is some sort of helmet or band or an item that belongs on the head. You know, an amulet of some kind, whatever. He doesn't have any head adornment. The armor looks incomplete without it. The fact that you brought him the gauntlets, the plate, and the greaves seem to have drastically increased not only his strength but his vigor. And as he finally slams that door and it shatters, the entire building ceases to exist. and you all plummet about 1.5 feet into the water. Splash. Everybody fucking, whoever wasn't awake, wakes up as they hit the water. As he stands in front of all of you, wearing this gilded, beautiful armor. There's an emblem emblazoned on it that he waves his hand over, and it changes from the symbol of Mistra to the symbol of Bahamut. He waves his hand towards the woman who's been guarding him for years, probably centuries, possibly millennia. And she looks like she grows a few years younger. Like her skin tightens up slightly in the jaw. Her nose seems to straighten out a little bit. Her hair just gets a little fluffier, a little more volume to it. And pieces of armor begin to liquefy, like liquid metal, as his armor did on him, how it liquefied and then shot up his arms and began to form on him. Pieces of her, not of her skin, but like pieces of something begin to liquefy and then spread over her body and then harden and become armor. And then you've got another pauldron on this side, and then a breastplate, and several pieces come out until she's wearing effectively an armor, and the dress that she's wearing under the armor begins to just fall to dust. And she is now adorned in a similar armor to him. It bears the emblazoned emblem of Bahamut. Now, he's going to look at all of you. He's going to dress all of you, and he says, "You may not be the heroes this world needs, but you are the adventurers it has. I'm going to give you
Batman.
a list of items that we're going to need to stop what's coming, to try to stop what's coming. It may not be enough, but we're going to give it everything we have." So he tells you you're going to need a particular plate, a piece of armor. He's going to tell you you need a particular sword, which you have. He's going to tell you that you need a particular helmet, the Helm of Disjunction. He's going to tell you you need... hang on, I got to look up the other items. I don't forget what the hell they are off the top of my head. Gotta get my little book.
Fuck yeah, fetch quest.
Yeah, Helm of Disjunction. I know Stagnir, which is the sword that Ben is currently holding.
I was about to sound like that sounds familiar.
I've had that for a long time.
You
Yeah,
need
since the beginning, bro.
you need to find the tablets of fate.
Oh, great.
Oh, the commandments?
There-
Awesome.
There are
Let's
3
go.
of them.
Amendment? Man.
There are 3 of them. The tablets of
Copy.
fate. You need to find them. Past, present,
out of 3.
future.
Yep.
Um,
Tablets of Fate.
Alright, bro, we need to go find Moses.
you need to find that goes there. Hold on a second. Scroll the bottom of this list. God, let me get the bottom. Shit. He tells you you've brought him the armor. And he's wearing the armor of invulnerability. And then what the hell was the other thing I was talking about? Sword, helmet, armor.
Yeah, we have the helmet Helmet of disjunction.
I'm trying to think
the
what the
armor
other
of
items were. Give me a second.
vulnerability.
Dig of many things.
No, you don't need a deck of anything.
You actually you need 7 of them.
You need one that's killed every single member of your party.
You need the Hammer of Perforos. It's Purphoros. Perforos. You need. Let's think of what else could be cool here. I don't know. I can't find the page where my shit is, so I'm thinking of magical items. There's too many fucking. I've got so many pages I can't remember where the shit is, and you start putting little tabs at the top. Fucking laugh at me, okay? Just because I got.
No.
I got fucking 200 pages of shit in here.
No, I was just thinking about an item that would be hilarious.
You're gonna need the butthole of Vecna.
No, I was thinking of apparatus of the crab.
That would be pretty funny actually. You're gonna need the moon bow.
Ah, shit.
You mother.
Fuck.
I'm guessing we also need his fucking armor, don't we?
No,
Okay.
no, he's
Oh, we're
wearing
gonna
the
take it
armor
anyway.
of vulnerability. The one that the guy in front of you is currently wearing. And what would be the last thing? Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Immovable rod.
No. Let me see it. Hang on. What the hell was the thing that I gave Yornir?
The hammer?
Maul?
Thank you. The splitting maul. You're gonna need the splitting maul.
Yeah, some tear or
We
some
need to
shit
find
took
the
it, so.
items of all of the dead people.
You need to find 6 things, and those are your 6 things. Ino Stagnir, which you have. The armor of invulnerability, which he has. The splitting maul. The hammer of Perforos. The helm of disjunction. I'm missing one.
Tablets of Fate.
Thank you. The tablets of fate.
We need that helmet of dysfunction.
Junction, but yeah.
No, I know. What
I
you said.
know. You together you make the helm of dysfunction.
Yeah, so why we have that
As a
now.
group.
Our emotions come together and it creates the helmet.
Come together.
He's gonna say that these items have likely been lost to time. And it's down to the 6 of you. He looks at the little sand puppy. 7.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Respect the sand puppy.
It's currently splashing and having a good time in the water. It's just jumping around. It's down to the 7 of you to find the other items. And the moonbow. I did say the moonbow, right?
Moonbow, yeah.
Is the moonbow 7 or did I count that as 6?
I have no
6.
fucking idea.
Fuck, hold on. Moonbow, Ino Stagnir, Helm of Disjunction, Armor of Invulnerability, Tablets of Fate. What the fuck else is it?
Splitting maul.
Splitting Maul. Did I say something else?
The hammer of Perforos.
Okay, 7 things. Sorry. 7 of you to find the rest of these objects.
7. Yes.
Yeah,
There's 7 total. The hammer of Perforos.
Do you perchance have a map? Make things easier, please.
no, they've likely
Please,
they've likely been lost to time, as I just said. It's
Do-
down
do
to
you have-
you to find them. I would suggest
outside.
starting your journey in Candlekeep. Do your research,
Ah, shit.
find the items, find history of the items, and meet me in the city of Coin. We will stop
Uh,
this before
merchant.
it begins.
Yep.
He reaches out and grabs the woman, turns, and you watch his large silver wings expand from his back. You know what? Golden wings, because I like gold better than silver.
Show
Large,
off.
large golden wings, like massive, expand from his back, and his entire body begins to transform into a large golden dragon.
What's
Big-
wrong with silver?
Bigger than Balagos.
We already have silver.
Well, you also have a copper, and he's
bronze.
running around in
Oh,
a
yeah,
city.
Copper.
He's running around in a city pickpocketing people, and now he's got a dagger.
He does.
Yeah.
So he definitely
Parker.
upgraded.
Fucking get
He
it.
definitely upgraded from petty crime to violent crime.
We should go
Wait, when did he get a
probably
dagger?
recruit him. He'd fit right in.
By stealing it from someone.
When did he get a dagger?
You gave it to him. God damn it! You gave him a gold and a dagger.
That's true. I did do that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he took your sword,
Look.
you gave him a gold and a dagger. That's what you
This
gave
is how
him.
we recruit our next
You
party
did do
members.
that.
We give them a gold and a dagger and see how far they get.
So we're going to an orphanage and just making
Just
fucking.
giving them.
We're gonna take this kid and burn the rest of the fuckers down.
I'm gonna leave a
You
note
need
for
to
their
adopt
parents.
this one.
Wait, no, I can't do that. They're
appease
orphans.
hobos
We're gonna
living
co. All 6 of you show up. We're gonna co-parent.
We're going to go parent.
Go figure
Let's go
out
to
Pet
a-
City.
Let's go to a populated city and steal all the children and leave notes for their parents.
That sounds like a Garnigan thing to do.
Augustus already knows how to do that.
Hell
Oh,
yeah,
look,
brother.
I know how to.
Augustus
teach them to be
Augustus didn't
soldiers.
steal any children. He turned
Yeah.
children into soldiers. There's a difference. He
They were
he in
already
fact was stolen and given to said soldiers.
Yeah, the children stole me,
Okay.
Okay.
And then they stole his heart, and then they
Yeah.
died.
and then they died, and that's why he tried to kill himself.
So yeah, he tells you meet him in the city of coin. Turns, grabs the woman, like clasps her close to his chest. As he turns away from you, these large golden wings envelop from his back. They seem to just fold out of the armor as if they were already there. And then he flies away. As he flies and flies, you can see him begin to like grow in shape, and he becomes a large golden dragon, and larger than Balagos even. Though only
Yeah.
one of you, I think, knows Balagos, and that's Ian.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's
Fuck Balagos.
he's bigger than that red fucker you saw a while back.
Awesome.
fuck that guy.
I don't like this. I don't want to be here anymore. I'm having
Hey,
actual
man.
flashbacks. Probably.
Gold dragons are nice and cool.
Be nice.
Yeah.
Probably a nice guy. He didn't kill you.
Listen, the
Yeah.
last time I met a big dragon, he was a dick.
That's not
Those are
true
dick.
at all.
The biggest dragon I met, yeah, he was an absolute dick.
Oh yeah.
Are you
but,
talking about?
yeah, you
Balagos-
did meet.
Are you
talking about
big
Gray?
dragon.
Are you talking about Gray, the time dragon? Or are you talking about Balagos?
Or are you
Balagos.
talking about the fucking brass dragon that we met?
That's true. That was a yeah. Well, yeah. He was there when Yornir met that brass dragon. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, that horn definitely was like on the other side of the continent right now.
Oh,
The
yeah.
horn, the
With
horn that she
the-
gave you. That yeah. When I told you how Soda died,
Yeah.
he definitely took the shiny thing off of Soda's body that she was just carrying around on her hip.
I didn't hear about that.
Who?
About Soda dying.
No, I wasn't here for that session.
Oh, he wasn't
Oh.
here for that.
Yeah, I told the death of Soda. Effectively, she goes home, tries to plant the skull, her sister's skull, in the mountain, and notices that their entire temple has been destroyed. All the skulls are turned to basically pulverized to dust. And that there's like it's been desecrated effectively. So she plants the sister's skull in the way it's supposed to be planted, and then heads down the mountain to where her tribe used to be, and challenges the leader to like one-on-one combat, and eventually loses. She puts up a good fight, but she does lose. And he just pulverized her skull. Just basically, once she was dead, stepped on it and crushed it flat. So there's nothing left. And he took the shiny thing off of her body. And he also took her sword. She found it.
Dick.
She went and found it.
Yeah.
She gave up the axe. And then she went looking for the sword. She went to go find her old friend because she lost the other one. So, you know, the sword was added to the poster as she shared it across the nation when she traveled, across the continent when she traveled through nations looking for her fucking sword. Have you seen any of my friends?
See my friend?
And yeah, and as she died, a small scroll of paper rolls from her hand and unfurls itself. And there's a depiction of everyone in your party. That not the new ones, but everyone up until she left you. And then there's things like the horses you've lost along the way, the goats.
Thimble's dad.
Yeah,
She was also convinced that that was Thimble's dad.
yeah. All the goats.
Oh, what's Thimble's dad?
Well,
In a way.
adopted.
We learned some shit about Thimble's dad.
Yeah, and then yeah, I think that's all you get. The little scroll that like unrolls from her hand, like the last thing that she holds onto before she dies, is the picture of the party that says, "Have you seen my friend?" So now the orc party has your image, poorly drawn, but the orc party has your image.
Both faces, by the way, because I'm pretty sure she put both of them on.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Even if she didn't, she now did because you said something about it.
Yeah.
Yep. But that was the death of Soda.
Stupid, so they probably know what you look like now.
They're looking for two people, probably.
Two different people, yeah.
As they're choking you, where's the other one?
Where are they?
Where is he?
Where's your brother?
Yeah, and 100% on the back of that, like where each person's face is drawn, there's like a poorly spelled name of each person, like right where the face is. Like for Thimble, it's like TBL. I can't. Yeah. And
Where's
then
Turbine at?
for Augustus, it's like AGST, which it's not that far off.
Where's Ages?
Close enough. Where's Ages?
Where's Tim?
Yeah, for anybody she knows is dead, there was like a little ghost drawn behind him though. Like a little like wavy guy standing behind him that you can see very clearly.
Where's your elemental pet friend at?
But yeah, anything that she had seen, like a chair. I think you guys lost a chair or something. She added to it at one point. Anything you guys had seen along the way that you had lost was all added to her list of friends that you had lost, and all of it was displayed when this thing unrolled from her body. So he, like I said, he flies away. Morphs into this large golden dragon as you see him fly away into the clouds above you. And he disappears into the night sky because it was still night. What do you do?
Well, since, this entire swamp is apparently infested with the army of some dude that wants to murder us, or probably wants to murder us, we should probably also leave.
Well, first, who can see in the dark?
Not me, actually.
I can.
Speaking of which, we need to go back.
I grab Silver by the shoulders and fly her up like 100 feet.
Oh, fucking hell.
We need to go inform that old dude of the
I'll
guard.
start writing a new character.
Fix my
Here we
shit.
go.
No, wait, we
100
have
feet of
to
fall
we,
damage.
No, we have to, determine the fucking moving shit.
He's gonna drop me. I'm gonna fucking die.
Are you afraid of heights? Is a good question.
No.
You don't be jumping, really.
Yeah, she jumped out. What do you mean? She jumped out of a fucking tower.
She jumped down like 3 stories.
I climbed up and then down a wall
That is true. You did
by
climb up
running
and
on
down the wall.
said wall.
You did do that. I'll give you that.
I don't think any of our characters are afraid of heights at this point.
But you should be.
You should be.
So I guess that's whoever dies next, your next character is afraid of heights.
No, my next character is gonna be afraid of being on the ground.
I can fly.
I've
I can
already
fly,
taken
but I'm
it
afraid
out.
of
Thimble
heights.
couldn't
Yeah.
Swim.
All right,
Yeah.
so
Okay, you fly me up 100 feet.
I'm trying to help with locating movement of mountain.
What do I
growth.
see with my elven eyes?
What do your elven eyes
Just
see,
because you
son?
gave me
What
the
do
Lord of the
I-
Rings reference, I will tell you exactly what you see. I'm not even gonna make you roll for
Oh, thank God.
it. Because it was there and you took advantage of it, and I appreciate you for taking advantage of it.
As
Now,
you should.
Oh,
along the watch wall, you can see small encampments. They don't look like they're militaristic. They look like they're people trying to stay above the water. And you now realize that the watch wall also functions as a dam that keeps the water from the marsh from flooding into the forest of the Yorwood. You can see the marsh is flooded in certain sections. It's currently not raining, but it was last night when you guys went inside and you noticed there was like 3 feet of standing water, right? So there was a decent flood for a single night's rain. Out into the Umber Marsh, you can see far, far, far at the edge of your vision, you can see the mountain just shift ever slightly. And if you watch for long enough, you watch it go from here to here, and you can clearly see that this is moving. It's a little bit strange for you because you're not floating of your own volition, right? So you have to like you catch yourself like stop moving me, and he's like I'm not. We're staying in the same place. Kind of you get a little bit of banter back and forth, but for the most part, you can tell after he's confirmed that he's not moving you around. You can see this go from here to here. You know it's moving. You know something is moving, and you are the only one that saw what is underneath.
Okay.
But you
Okay,
still have
you-
not shared with anybody.
I tried to say giants to Augustus, and he said that I was crazy.
that is true. That did happen.
He did
I
do
didn't.
that.
Okay, yeah, I must have disassociated or
Okay.
something. I didn't pay attention to that. Go ahead.
Okay, you can put me down.
Drop you?
No,
You could.
no, please do not drop me.
She did just complain that she wants to have a fun character.
Lower
that.
me
Oh, okay,
to
yeah.
the ground.
I fly full speed into the ground. Joke.
He
Ah!
turns his wings off, and you both just fall.
I catch myself before I hit the ground.
He catches himself, but I'm fucked.
Yeah,
No, I
he stops
fly down.
5 feet. He stops 5 feet above the ground. That just so happens to be where your feet touch.
Yeah.
Your legs are shattered now.
She actually
your feet are in your ankles. Yeah.
You're 6 inches shorter for whatever reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
Frosty's so bad your ankles actually broke.
Wait, did you just try to say my character is 5'6"? Wait a second.
Now.
No, I lower her to the
Now
ground.
she is. Her fucking kneecaps are busted.
Yeah, no, those shin bone is right now currently probably next to the fucking thigh bone. You know, they went from this to this, so there's about 6 inches difference right now. No, it's fine. You're fine. He stops you before you hit the ground, and you're both
Okay.
perfectly fine. He probably drops you like the last foot and a half or something, so you can
Fucking
just kind of
asshole.
you can kind of
No,
pop
I
down.
just fucking set her.
You
back.
could have dropped her from fucking space. She has slow fall.
Wait,
I don't
yeah,
have
but
slow
you know,
fall.
I
Oh,
don't
wait, I
know
do
that.
have slow fall.
Yeah.
I think you can only reduce the fall damage by 50 though, so there is like there is a point when it becomes deadly. It's just
Yeah.
50 feet higher than everybody else's.
Yeah.
Hey, man, if we fight a boss that's like not heavy,
Drop
just fucking
yeah.
instant death.
Okay.
Just grab him and hit reverse gravity. Fucking throw him to
I
space.
played that game. It doesn't go great.
Well, you never know.
So we can go to the wall between the swamp area and the Yorwood. It's that way, and she'll point in the direction. But we still have to be careful because the giants are still moving the mountains. So we have to be kind of careful of them.
This is the first any of you but Augustus have heard about giants.
I fly over to where she pointed.
You just said motherfucking giant.
I can't see shit anyway.
I'm a fucking full speed.
Full send.
Silver's gonna start walking that way towards the the
Towards the Yorwood.
towards the Yorwood.
The
yeah.
question is, are you heading back to Velprintalar? Are you going to
I think
report
that
what
would-
you found, or are you going to
should
where
be
he
the
told
end
you, which is
goal.
Candlekeep?
Yeah, I think we're heading towards Velprintalar first.
Okay.
Yeah, if we go to
Yeah.
Velprintalar, we could catch a ship towards
Yeah.
Candlekeep rather than
Absolutely.
trying to trek through everything
You
Yeah.
could do that.
on our own.
Where did we talk to that old dude who we were supposed to scout for?
That was Velprintalar.
Velprintalar.
Velprintalar, yeah.
But you
Talk to that
met
old dude again.
you met the symbol who was the leader of the country until she lost her powers when the deities.
Yeah.
Right. So we
We
could
still owe him an
stop
answer.
in the Yorwood and meet up with the symbol.
We gotta
catch
cross
her up
through it,
on what
yeah.
So
happened.
she's in the
And then go to
Sunglade, which
the-
is like an elven.
Is that not in the Yorwood?
Yeah, no, that's
Am
what I'm
I
saying. So
lost?
the Sunglade is the city, the Yorwood is the wood, like the forest, and Velprintalar is on like the northwest corner. So you have to go through it to get there
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, so it would just be a quick stop, catch her up on what's happening, and then we can move on to Velprintalar to catch a ship, as well as finish up our quest with the swamp area, go over to Candlekeep. I'm sure if we
Agreed.
talk to the captain and like explain, maybe not so much all of the detail, but we could probably get a good bargain going where we can get a ship for cheap. Considering we just did some shit for him.
We could work it out. He said he was going to give us some money and a replacement
Vision goggles.
eyeglasses. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Free prescription?
Yes, indeed. Free prescription.
Might not be your prescription though. You don't know. It's
Yeah,
not. It
we don't
wasn't.
know
You
yet.
didn't barter for that.
I'm trying to get a hold of them GP and BGs.
Yeah.
So
I'm leading the way towards the Yorwood. I don't know what.
okay, yeah.
Okay.
So
Come on, guys, let's go.
the Glorondar, like the castle, the keep of Glorondar, is like butts against the wood, right? So as the tower was destroyed and it fell, part of the watch wall came with it. As it fell,
Yeah.
you can now see through the watch wall to the Yorwood. You can immediately just travel through.
Yeah. That's where we're going.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, it is the like pitch black darkness of the night. You can only have the stars above your head. The moon again is lit with only that purple glow that's been lit with for months. I will tell you tonight that purple glow does seem a little more powerful, a little more vivid, a little more bright than normal. So you do get some like dark, deep, purpley blue shadows, and you can actually sort of see with. I'll give everybody who even doesn't have dark vision, you can see 10 feet. It's dark vision to 10 feet, meaning you can't see. It's like looking through the thermals on our video game. You can't see direct things, but you can see the outlines of some things. You know, you can't read a book in dark vision.
Yeah.
But you can see
Details are
that
not
this is
there,
a
but-
book. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a little. I don't know. You for the rest of you, you can see for 10 feet at the very least. So you can see the outlines of trees and shit like that when you're gonna walk into a bush. When Silver's holding that one bush. So when somebody comes by, she lets it go and it fucking smacks him in the face. And then she's like, "Whoops, sorry."
Get better dark vision.
God, just be an elf.
You fucking elf.
So
Damn humans.
I'm gonna need you. You went up high, just because you give me the Lord of the Rings thing. I'll give you advantage on a survival check.
Oh, thank you. Okay, let me survival. $13?
Okay, with 13, you make it a few miles into the wood. And I need roll me d6.
Sure. A 2.
Okay. Just based on the pattern of people we have here, Nick, make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Dexterity
Sorry.
saving throw.
No, you know what? He's flying. That doesn't make sense for him. I need you roll me another d6. Actually, he just won't count. Whatever, fuck it. Okay, Hobo, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Sure.
It's flying, so it doesn't make sense for him.
I'm
with a 21, as you're walking, the ground beneath you seems to kind of, as you step forward, liquefy. And as you step onto it, you hit what is like a kind of a vacuum pit. But luckily there are low hanging vines, and you reach up and snatch onto one really quickly, and you can pull yourself out. And you manage not to get stuck in a vacuum pit, which is, it's like worse quicksand.
Fast dirt.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Watch out for that spot, guys.
There.
She'll just keep going.
Quicksand only in sandy places. Vacuum pit anywhere. That's why they're scary. And also, the harder you pull, the faster you die. Quicksand, you just sink. Vacuum pit, the harder you fight, the slower you sink, the longer you die. But you know it's coming.
Ain't no way out that moment.
Unless somebody pulls you out. Yeah, you have to be lifted up and out. You can't climb your way out. And often quicksand is only like 4 or 5 foot deep. Vacuum pits can be like 30 feet deep.
That makes me uncomfy.
I
don't like that.
I mean, it really shows that height genetics are important in sandy places.
All fun and games till you're a kid, not an adult.
That's true. But why are you out here running around the forest like that if you're a kid, man? Get your shit together. You gonna get eat by a fucking mountain lion or something. Damn,
kids do
damn
stupid shit.
panther gonna eat your ass or something.
Not a panther, man.
I don't listen. We watched Bridge of Terabithia.
Yeah, we did.
We know what happened to that poor little blonde girl.
What happens when you go out in the woods by yourself?
That's what happens when you use a log as a bridge.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. She fucking
Sad
tripped on
movie,
it and
though.
killed herself?
She fell off the log, and I think she drowned in the
Hit her
creek
head.
or some shit.
No,
yeah.
I thought they went on a rope swing to get past, and the rope swing broke during the rainy night.
That sounds right. Then she
yeah,
drowned.
I think
Yeah,
so.
she hit
Yeah,
her
and
head
then
and
she
drowned.
drowned.
Fell, hit her head and drowned. Yeah.
Yeah, she was by
Yeah.
herself.
Moral of the story is she was like 13 and died.
Headache.
Don't do
Headaches
stupid
are
shit in the
dumb.
woods.
So you managed to right?
Keep
Yeah, I
track of
mean,
your fucking kids.
yeah. Listen, I
Don't let 'em
think
go
I think you
into
should
the
be
zoo.
on a leash until you're 18.
What?
You know them little kids on leashes when they be running around the store and they got the little monkey backpack or whatever on, and the mom's got them by that little fucking springy leash. That is a great idea. Because when it
There's
runs
gotta
at
be
me,
one-
when it runs at me and I kick it, it just goes away and then comes back.
Kick it again.
No, they have to have the leash.
It's
that
like
has
a
the
speed
button
bag.
on it.
Yeah.
The button on it that drags them back to the person.
Yeah, you would need a stronger pull though. Is the thing. You know, you got to give it a yank and then fucking.
You need a motor on that.
And
thing.
also, that's too much. I don't want to get 30 feet from you. That's too far. It's too close to me.
No, a closer one, like a 6 foot.
Yeah,
and
you
then
can
just-
have 6 feet, and that's it.
Gotta have a little electric motor.
It needs to
attached
stay
it.
the hell away from me.
It's
Put a
meant for
put a
humans
fishing
that
rod
just
on it. Just put a
fucking-
fucking fishing rod.
I want one of those beer.
Hobo's
koozie
gonna pee
fishing
herself,
rod
guys. We gotta
things.
stop. She just imagined some mom reeling in her kid in the grocery store. I got a big one. The kid's in the fucking Oreo aisle or something.
No, he's trying to claw the ground, trying to,
He's trying to get to the
Trying
fucking
to get
Oreos,
back.
right? Go get them Oreos. He's got fucking the
need 'em.
tiles coming up off the floor.
Get the milk.
rock climbing on the floor.
Yep.
He's hanging onto the cabinet sideways, fighting gravity and a fishing line.
Yep.
I can
Get
see
the
this
milk,
happening at a
Mom.
Walmart.
I
No,
could
it's
see
gonna
this
be a
happening
lady
at
on a fucking
Walmart.
scooter. Yeah, lady on a scooter walking
Listen,
her kid.
This woman was in Publix the other day when I was getting my sub, and she was screaming at her kid across the store. I looked straight at this woman. I said, "You better take that white trash shit to Walmart."
Which Publix do you go to?
And the one on 40. I looked at her. I was like, "You better take that white trash shit over to Walmart. You better shut the fuck up. You better call your kid on the goddamn cell phone." And everybody behind me looked at me like big eyed, and I was like, "What the fuck is she gonna do to me? Get up out the little fucking automatic chair? No, she's not. She got fuck.
Bitch can't move fast enough on her own.
All I gotta do is unplug that bitch and she ain't going nowhere. Okay? Little does she know,
Fucking
I also need the
scooter
automatic
walking your
wheelie
kid.
chair. But my knees happen to be working that day. Anyways, yeah, no, I looked at that lady and like she was yelling like 10 times, yelling for this kid, and I was like, you need to take that white trash shit to Walmart. Like,
Where it belongs.
you better get back in your fucking '96 Honda Civic with a busted out window and take your ass 7 miles down the road to the Walmart.
They're always in pajamas too.
Yeah,
Really are.
yeah, pajama pants, big baggy t-shirt. Yep. Yeah, so you make it through a little bit of the Yorwood, about a day's journey. You got a few days ahead of you. Go ahead and make me one more survival check for the next day. I mean, you guys settle down as the night hits probably about midnight. You guys probably settle down, hunker down for the night to get your long rest.
Yeah, I'm singing.
That's fine. Whoever's gonna stay up, make me a survival check.
On the road again.
16.
On the
Okay.
road again.
With 16.
You said survival?
Yeah, with a 16, the night goes by. No, there's nothing eventful. A couple of squirrels run around. Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing crazy. No large shadows moving. No mountains moving. No hills moving. No trees are moving. Nothing acidic. Can't think of anything else. It seems pretty uneventful the evening. You all wake up the next morning. Everybody has their rations, eats a little bit, probably all hungry. And whoever's going to roll for the next day, go ahead and roll for the next day. Another survival check.
Oh, there we go.
Yikes. All right, with a 7, as you continue through the wood, you do... Who's got the highest passive perception? That isn't the one who just
Probably
the one
me.
that isn't just the one who rolled a 7.
Silver.
Probably me.
Okay, what is it?
19.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, you are about 80% certain you've passed that tree before.
This is why we don't let midgets take the wheel. And I
Only time
certainly
Hogan
did.
can make
He's
fun of
not
short
a
people.
midget. He's a little person.
I'd take the
Right.
offense to
He's
that.
a little
and
guy.
I really shouldn't
He's a
take,
little guy.
be attacking short people when I, in fact,
You are one of
I'm
their
short.
ranks.
It's friendly
Yeah,
fire, okay?
There's friendly fire.
Um,
I'm doing my people real dirty right now.
Yeah, you are.
yeah, so, well, I'm sorry. What are you doing with your? You're
was-
pretty sure that you've seen that tree before. Like you're about 80% certain you've passed that tree before.
Gonna look Pip in the eye and be like, "You suck at this," and then speed up a bit so that I'm in front.
Okay.
Man, the
Go
ground's
away.
shifting. The fuck you want from me?
He's not even on the ground, bro. Like,
No
My
wonder
eyes
he
are
can't tell
shifting.
where we're
The fuck
going.
you want from me? My eyes are shifting.
My eyes are shifting.
you manage to guide the party along for the next day.
I want to
You-
cast contagion.
Oh God. Are you really?
Yep.
Oh my God.
On
Okay.
me?
On who?
Yep.
Okay, is that an illness?
Yeah. I mean,
considered an
technically, it would
illness?
be an illness. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm immune.
Are you?
I'm immune to poisons and diseases.
Are you immune to having seizures?
Disease and poison. I'm immune.
I don't think seizures are a disease.
What is so? Wording specific contagion.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. Yeah, you're immune to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Immune
it
to
says you're
disease and
touching
poison.
inflict diseases. Yeah.
Yep. There
Yep.
you go. Diseases. Yep.
Okay.
You know, fuck you. I cast mass cure wounds. How you like that?
Well, thank you.
Probably roll your D100
Yeah.
anyways for both of your spells.
Go ahead and hit me with that
Let's see how we
D100.
all
Let's see
like
what
it.
happens.
Let's see how
alright.
we all like it.
Oh god.
Here comes the
Uh,
fireball.
54.
That number seems important.
Oh, that's for the fucking disease.
Roll me 2d10.
2D.
Here comes the fireball.
It would be a lot more fucking 4.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
You gain 4 temporary hit points. Your spell
Oh,
succeeds.
awesome.
But then
I feel
it doesn't
great.
have any effects because she's immune to poison or
So you
immune to
think it
diseases.
fails.
What's your next one?
Oh yeah, my next thing that I'm casting is
Yeah.
ray of sickness.
Which I'm pretty sure she's also immune to.
I think it just gives it does not a
It
disease,
it
it's
just
a debuff.
it just does necrotic damage. It doesn't
Oh,
really.
okay.
It just- it
he's just
it
gonna,
just
he's gonna
looks
start
like
a
a-
fight in the woods. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a greenish ray of fucking. She called me a midget. What the fuck?
He takes offense that he's tall for his species. We've been over
Exactly.
this.
So
Damn.
He's technically the LeBron James of fairy. So.
He is.
82.
He's like quadruple his size.
Are you a fairy? No, didn't think so.
Okay, so this can't it can't have an effect on you because you sprout tiny fairy wings from your shoulders.
So I have 4.
So I need you to roll again because it doesn't make any sense.
He loses his wings for an
78.
hour.
78.
Oh, wait a
Okay.
Wait, is Ray's? Oh, it's first level. Okay.
You notice it gets very windy.
Does my spell succeed?
Yeah, it's hard for you to stay afloat though as the wind begins to
26.
push you around.
You hit.
Is it a crit or?
No, it's not a
No,
crit, but
okay.
you hit.
Damn, that sucks.
Damn, that sucks. I didn't crit my own teammate. What are these words?
No. I'm just saying. 11, just 11 necrotic. I fucking fly away.
Well,
Silver cracks her knuckles.
you're gonna leave her space, which is an attack of opportunity.
I'm not even in her space.
Don't you have to touch for Ray of Sickness?
No.
Oh,
No, it's
think so.
60
It's
feet.
a ray.
what the hell am I thinking of? You touch people and it's necrotic damage.
You're thinking.
Kill
Uh,
touch.
Inflict
Maybe
wounds.
that sounds right.
Inflict
Inflict
Yeah.
wounds. Thank you. That's it. Okay. Then he.
That's
flies
fine,
away.
Pip. I'll find you when you're sleeping.
Don't call people names. B word. Haha.
As he flies away. It's alright, bro. Eventually she can run on air, so
Yeah. Well,
that's when you should start to be scared. She masters the ability to harden air as she runs on it.
just I get a handful of fairy dust and just throw it at her. I guess if that happened.
Fair. Okay, so let's see, what else do we do? You guide them for the rest of the day to what is actually a very beautiful spot. It's very picturesque. There's a nice little waterfall into a kind of a pond, or lake, I suppose, like a small one. The waterfall's maybe 30 feet high or so. The pool itself looks like it's 20-30 feet deep, maybe. And there's a small like river at the end of it where it's like almost like a creek. Like some of the water is draining out as it's pushing down from the waterfall. Some of it drains out down a river, down a small creek or whatever you want to call it, brook, I suppose. Yeah. Lots of large rocks that are in this thing, so you like very smoothed over large rocks. And the forest has a nice little path kind of cut through it as the water from the kind of small river that's above it is flowing down into it. And it's not a big river by any means. It's like, I guess it's like 30-foot fall. It's nothing crazy. Pretty picturesque place though. Beautiful trees, beautiful water, clear.
Okay, great.
Some fish in it. A couple of small fish.
How big the fish?
Pretty big for you.
Okay, so like a punching bag.
If you made it a 1.5 feet tall, sure.
Awesome. I like the fish.
They're pretty fish. I mean, some sparkly colors, some bright colors.
No, I was just trying to fish for one.
Oh, do you have a way to do that?
Sure.
How are you gonna do that?
I got a rope
Okay.
and I don't know, a dagger.
Okay. Explain to me how you make the dagger catch the fish.
I see.
Bear Grylls that shit.
Tie the dagger to the rope. You know, tie the rope to the dagger. You know.
Sure. Are you hitting him with the old? Know what you're doing?
No,
You
like
hitting
I
him with
just
that thing?
fucking throw the dagger at the fish. I don't.
Okay.
I just pull the rope after it hit a fucking fish. I don't know.
Make me an attack roll on some fish.
With the dagger. All right. Actions. Nat 20.
Okay, you definitely spear a fish.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
You pull it up, and it's about a foot long.
Cool. And then
Pretty-
I tie
pretty
it
big
to a
fish for
branch of
you.
a tree,
Okay.
so it's dangling in front of me,
Okay.
and I start beating it up.
Okay. Tenderized meat. We love that. Listen, sometimes you gotta beat your meat before you eat it. You know, like.
Yeah, what? Eat my own meat? Nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm
Wait a minute.
practicing, bro. I'm trying to get better fighter. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Fuck it up.
He's trying to get that given level of fighter.
I'm shadow boxing. You know, just
So you guys watch as Pep pulls out a rope, pulls out a dagger, ties it together, flies over the middle of the lake, throws the dagger, and then immediately just begins to pull the rope and pulls out a fish, takes it over to a tree, hangs it up in a tree, and just starts punching the fish in the tree. That's what you guys witness.
Are you all right, Pep? That doesn't seem to be the right way you do anything with a fish, actually.
what do you mean?
Why are you punching it?
Training? Can't you tell?
Not particularly. No.
I wanna have me punch the fish, but the fish hit me back.
What? Like you punch it and it swings away and comes back and hits you?
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know how you intentionally do that, but go for it. Yeah. So
he's
you
a
swing.
strong,
Yeah, he's
opponent.
a strong little guy. Yeah. So you swing, and then the fish has like a little spasm of nerves because it's not completely dead. You've just been drowning it with air because it can't breathe. So you punch it, and it kind of flaps a little bit and comes back and smacks the shit out of you. I don't know. Roll a d20 and give it like +1 to hit. It's an unarmed strike as a fish.
Okay, well it misses, so
Well, I mean, it probably hits you, just doesn't hurt you. You know, it doesn't do enough damage. It still slaps into you. Now you're covered in fish slime and weird goo.
all right. Let's see. I bring it to a fire.
Okay. So he takes it over, brings it over to you guys, unhooks the dagger from it, and then I guess cooks it up. It is not enough fish for any of you as a normal person, as a normal sized person, but for him it is a buffet. So somebody makes a fire, he cooks that shit, he eats it, and each of you get like a 1-inch bite if he decides to share it.
No, I was cooking it for everybody, man.
Okay. Yeah, so each of you gets like a 1 inch bite, and then he gets a 1 inch bite for him is like 8 bites.
A slab.
Yeah. So it's a whole slab of fish, or it's a whole fucking side of a salmon for him. But for you guys, it's like a little tiny cube of meat. It's like this big. So
Man, I'm stuffed.
Glad you cooked your fish at the very least.
it's the first time you haven't had rations for a long time. It's the first time you've had home cooked food, other than stuff you just ate at the watchtower. Which, by the way, that your hero's feast
Yeah,
effect
War
is
Hall.
over. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's
the
been,
food
like,
was
2
good.
days.
The food filled you up. Yeah, it's been a couple of days. So somebody make me, whoever's gonna stay up for the night, make me a survival check for the evening.
One of our elves or sneaky boys.
12.
Was it 12? The night passes fairly uneventful. You wake up the next day. Everybody wakes up the next day, and all your belongings are there. Everything seems to be all intact. The one thing you notice is a little strange is there is an apple that was placed on a rock about 10 feet from where, we'll say, Korik was sleeping. You know, he was kind of sleeping on the outside, maybe, and about 10 feet from where he was sleeping, there's just on a flat rock. There's just a pretty red apple sitting right on top of it.
All right.
Does everyone see it, or does Silver the only one see it?
Yeah, everybody. It's when everybody wakes up. She didn't notice it being placed there, but when everybody wakes up, there's a pretty
well,
red
I go
apple.
and grab it.
Okay, I mean it's big as shit for you. It's like, you know, be like you trying to carry a beanbag.
Yeah.
You do anything with it?
I put it in my bag.
You have a bag of holding?
No, but I got a bag.
How the fuck you fit a normal sized apple
I
in
don't
your
fucking
bag?
know. I fit daggers and shit in it, so I mean.
Yeah, they're tiny little daggers. They're not full size
Okay,
daggers.
fine, dude. I trimmed the apple down so it's big for me. And then I
Okay.
put a little fucking chunk of apple in my backpack.
Bet. There's a little tiny chunk of apple in your backpack.
I toss it to Augustus, I guess, because he looks hungry.
You do look malnourished.
Yeah, I toss the rest of the apple to you.
Okay.
Yeah. You just eat it. Fuck it.
Okay. Not even a challenge on it. You're just gonna eat it? I love it.
Yep.
I love it. It's great. It's easy.
Hey,
for
don't
me.
worry, man. I can fix you if you get sick.
Maybe.
Ah, for sure I can.
Maybe. We'll see. Depends.
Mhm.
You got remove curse?
Yes.
Alright. Maybe.
And I got 3 attempts.
Yeah. So we will have you just straight up eat the apple, which is great.
Yep.
Do you do anything with the core of the apple?
He'll keep it. Put it in his pocket.
Okay.
What
You
are
got a
you
core of an
doing?
apple in your pocket.
Yeah. Makes good fertilizer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. And
Oh, shit on it or shit?
you guys are probably a day's journey from, yeah, we'll say like maybe somebody flies up and to the top of the trees or whatever so they can see over. Probably a day's journey from a clearing. And those of you who went up into the Sunglade remember that there was a clearing in the center of the large opening in the woods, or the large, what do I call it? Scaffolded buildings, because they're like built onto the side. They're kind of tree houses. But there was a clearing in the middle of them that kind of led down. to the forest floor. So there's a large clearing ahead of you, and then when he comes back down, he kind of flies back down. Let you guys know that. That way you have that information. What do you guys plan to do?
We're heading to the Sunglade.
Very yawny. Okay. Are you gonna head towards that gap in the woods, or are you gonna head to, like? You're in the woods. How are you gonna orient yourself? Is my question. You hope you hope you're heading the right
never
direction.
Been there, so.
I'm just curious if any of you know how to orient yourselves.
Sun rises in one direction.
Make a
Yeah.
compass.
I guess this has never been there, so he doesn't know where he's going.
You do have a map. Sunglade's not on the map though.
Yeah, I was saying the Sunglade I don't think is on the map.
No,
So
it is a hidden elven keep.
yep. So he is not aware. Cannot help.
You know, we were kind of just teleported out of there.
You were also brought in there. Yeah.
It's a
We were
elvish
brought
place?
in the darkness of night.
Yeah, a lot of the
Mhm.
people that you would that Elian had met were all elvish. Yeah, there were a few humans, a bunch of elvish people, a bunch of half elvish people, a couple of dwarves, probably a few halflings. Other than that, nobody, no centaur, no animal based beings. I would say no anthropomorphic beings. So, any ideas?
Well, do we know a general direction we need to go?
Into the Yorwood. Maybe the elves will find us again, or we'll find you guys again.
Ooh, good idea. I fly into the Orwood.
Just don't start any fires. I don't like that.
You said though elvish?
Yeah.
You said they want us to burn down the woods. What? Okay.
I zoom.
Okay. So you're flying fast as you can through the woods. Make me perception check.
Perception. 20.
Nice. Okay. With that 20, about 20 to 30 minutes go by. You're heading towards that large opening when you flew up that you saw. And with about 20, 30 minutes of flight, you make it fairly close to this thing. Like you're making a lot of good time not having to wait on the people that are walking. And you basically, I mean, the easiest thing for you to do would just be get above the canopy and fly above the canopy. That way there's nothing impeding you. You don't have to like dodge trees and stuff, so you're just flying in a straight line towards where you know is an open area. And once you get there, it is another large clearing with a pond in the middle and a small waterfall. It looks very similar to the one you just left, but the rocks are in different places.
I am very distracted. I fly to that.
Okay. When you fly down, you notice that there's a group of 5 people that look very similar to the ones that you just left over there, but you definitely just left them way behind you. So how are they here?
Yeah, I asked that.
Yeah, he asks you all, how are you here?
In elvish.
And he flew up behind all of you, to be clear. Like he like fucking came up behind you.
I don't know what you're saying, but
oh, my
pretty
bad.
sure you just went in that direction. Did you just circle around? Do you not know where you're going? What's up? What's going on, Pep? Is this another fish situation?
Your sense of direction is awful.
I'm scratching my cheek. I'm like, I don't know. I fly again.
You do the same thing?
Yep.
Okay. You fly for about 20 or 30 minutes. Again, he's gone for 20 or 30 minutes. He comes right up behind you guys.
You gotta be like circling the whole forest or something. 'Cause it's taking you a while, and you're
you
not
are
getting anywhere.
100% sure that you are flying in a straight line in that direction from here.
I look behind me to see if I see them.
There's a large clearing in the woods behind you.
I fly that way instead.
He flies away from you guys and then comes up the direction he originally came up.
See, you're just flying in circles now.
So I got an idea. One of you run straight ahead. I'll stay right here.
I mean,
I sprint forward. I said, "Fuck it."
Okay. How long do you run?
Just running. Currently, just running.
Okay. He runs away. Does anybody else do anything?
I'm chilling in the sky.
Does
just
anyone else
waiting for him to-
imagine that Ian, when he runs, Jack Sparrow runs?
yes,
100%.
Like it makes
No, I
sense,
do.
right?
That's what I do.
it does.
Like it's
Comes
not
back with a jar of
fast.
dirt.
No.
It's not fast
still-
by any means, and it's
I still
very
move 90.
yeah. Oh yeah. If you're using your dash and everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
That's what I'm doing. Sprint.
So he sprints away, and come a few minutes later, he runs up behind you guys. You hear rustling in the trees behind you, and he comes up.
Fuck you. I've seen this before.
See, you're running around just circles, just like the fairy dude here.
I don't run.
I mean,
Very
you do
self-conscious.
the equivalent.
I don't run.
See,
This
I
place
want
is
you
obviously
to
bewitched.
understand Something. I'm a sneaky boy. But I was in front of you, and now I'm behind you.
I mean, that
Why
seems like you just don't know where you're going.
Okay, then how about you try?
I guess. Yeah, give me a minute. Like,
I do
The
my
only
fucking
possible
stretches
solution is to
first,
burn down
man.
the-
my God, like I'm old. You young people don't know where the fuck you're going.
As you bolt off into the woods. How long do you guys wait? Because he disappears for probably the better part of an hour. He's not as fast as you.
Well,
Oh,
as
we're
we're
still
waiting, I'm gonna
weekend.
scream in
We know
a
he's on this,
elvish. Are any elves out there? Please, I don't know what
And
the
they
fuck's
hear,
happening.
are any elves out there?
Yes,
Yep.
I'm
They hear
stumbling
exactly
on-
like that.
stumbling and fumbling on my words.
Elvish is a hard language, man.
There's no reply.
You
And about
sons of bitches.
And about an hour later, while you guys are sitting around the campfire waiting, here comes stumbling through the woods. Here comes Adam. Here comes Augustus, just blasting through the woods.
All right. So see, made it completely around the woods. Ran for a long time. Not
And you were all completely
Interesting.
convinced that you were traveling in a perfectly straight line.
So you came up behind it. We have not moved.
How about this? I'm gonna try something different. I
Okay.
want to do what everyone else thinks we're doing. I'm not gonna act like I'm traveling in a straight line. I'm gonna try to make a big ass circle
Okay.
when I'm flying.
Okay. When you go up, you fly straight up, right? You see them directly below you, and you take off in one direction. And you come around and around and around, and you come back to exactly where you were. They haven't moved. They're just sitting around a fire, looking up at the sky, waiting on you.
I fly over the canopy
Where do you go?
straight
In what direction?
where I originally was going.
Okay, so the next large opening. As you fly towards it, you end up right back in the same spot. About 20, 30 minutes of flying later, you end up right in the same spot.
Well, if I'm above, could I see like the opening twice, like behind me and in front of me?
No, it appears to be in front of you every time. When you fly straight up and you're above the canopy, there's an opening in the direction you were planning on heading. You fly to that opening, There is no opening behind you. There is an opening in front of you.
Hey, Cass.
Mm,
Doesn't it sound familiar to you?
no. Not that I
From
can
the
remember.
last campaign. Fucking
I know why
flying
this
in
sounds
circles.
familiar.
Can I walk backwards away from the party, keeping an eye on them as I'm walking backwards?
Okay, what direction are you heading? Are you heading towards the next opening, or are you heading just randomly into the woods?
The next opening, I suppose.
Okay, so he lines you up. He's looking in the distance at the opening. He tells you, okay, go straight that way. And you start to walk backwards. You keep an eye on them. Eventually, they are consumed by the brush, and so are you. But as you walk backwards, eventually, about an hour later, you guys hear rustling in the bushes behind you as you all turn to get prepared. It's Omen walking backwards through the woods. And obviously, he probably trips over a rock or something and falls, and then sees you guys in front of him, and he's like, "What the hell?"
Times.
Okay, well, I drank from the
Mm.
waterfall.
Okay, you drink from the waterfall. You feel very refreshed. You don't feel any major difference beyond your mouth's now wet.
Hey, yo, old wizard man. Got any ideas?
Get me out, this motherfucker.
Shit, we need to go in a straight line.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
A little bit of a deforestation.
Oh no. Can I do an art? Can I?
Can you what?
Doing an Arcana check to see if there's any funny business probably wouldn't do much, but I'd still like to.
Go ahead.
No. I rolled a 1.
There is a magical aura around you. But you cannot tell what it's emanating from or what its intent or purpose is.
Damn. Okay.
Okay,
It's still sun. Still daylight.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have wasted a few hours walking around, so now it's probably around noonish. 11 o'clock noon. I will tell you that it smells very sweet here, almost like flowers are blooming, but you don't notice any blooming flowers. It smells very sweet and like intoxicating.
all right. Well, I'm gonna cast locate creature.
What are you trying to What are you trying to locate?
Some elves. You know, just
Okay, what is it? Is it 1,000 feet or is it a mile for that one? I don't remember what the hell the spell is.
Wood, like wood elf or some shit.
Okay.
Shit, I don't. 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet. No. You cast a spell and nothing happens. Do you have to roll me for that one?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
52.
52. Okay, you've done this. You feel lucky. You automatically succeed the next saving throw you make within the next minute. There's no saving throw to be made, so it just goes away. So I mean, your spell succeeds, but there's nothing around you.
Yeah. Okay.
The are either of you wood elves? The two that are with him?
I'm a wood elf.
You do get a ping on a wood elf.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Where are we?
Get me out, this motherfucker!
Let me out. I'm claustrophobic. Fuck y'all.
That sickly sweet smell is just radiating, and you're all kind of, it's like it's almost nauseous level sweet. And I'm sure it's making a few of you uncomfortable while you're sitting there waiting on them to solve whatever the fuck needs to be solved in the circumstance. Does anybody have any other plans before I send us a break really quickly so I can run to the restroom?
Fucking, I take a bath
Okay.
in the pond.
Yeah.
What have a spell?
Do you want to try a spell?
Anybody have detect magic?
I'm gonna shoot
Yeah.
a firebolt at my goddamn feet, or not at my feet, but a little bit of ways. I'm gonna see if it pisses off any of the, or attracts anyone. If there's possibly any elves or any shit like that.
A fire bolt? Go ahead. You don't have to roll to hit. I mean, it's kind of a waste of time. So you point your finger, a little fucking red arc hits the ground in front of you, ignites a small fire. Nothing really happens. I mean, the fire is not big enough. Are you shooting it at something like incredibly flammable, like a big pile of fucking brush, or are you just shooting it like at the ground?
Nah, a couple sticks here and there.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
So I mean, as it hits, the sticks kind of cinder a little bit. Maybe a couple of them are scorched, but they don't actually catch. And there's no, major smoke release or anything like that.
I'll think of something to do after my bath.
That's fine. So the fairy begins to take his bath. Anybody else got anything? Cork, Silver, anything?
I have no idea.
You got any ideas, Lee?
0.
0. Okay.
I need an hour.
I did need an hour. That's fine.
Need an hour.
Okay, so we're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna run the restroom really quickly. If you guys gotta take care of anything, food, whatever, go ahead. For those of you who are watching, we'll be back in a few minutes. We appreciate you. See you in a bit.
yeah.
Oh.
How long are our breaks again?
Like 15 minutes.
15 or so.
Alright, I'll be back. I'll be back.
Right.
Adam, I sent you a TikTok. I don't give a shit about the video, but it's the sound that it's all about.
Copy. Okay, I can agree with that. Yeah.
Okay. Oh. How are we feeling?
Pretty okay.
You muted, Ben.
Yep.
Hober, what are we reading? It definitely looks like them homeless guys that came to bring Jesus things on his birthday.
It's 100% what it is.
It looks like what it is.
Kate, you found me out. You found me out.
It looks like 3 homeless guys that brought presents to a kid who was being born.
That's
You
exactly what
cannot
it
tell
is.
me that those weren't his potential baby daddies. You can't. You cannot
They
fucking
were.
tell me.
They
How did
were
they know who he was before he was born?
Yep.
Yes, I can because they didn't exist.
No. You tell me
They definitely
Daddy.
weren't his. They definitely weren't his potential baby daddies. They're made
3
up.
random men showed up to the birth of this baby with presents, and you tell me not one of them, like, you tell me this is a virgin birth. That's what you telling me.
No.
This was one of those. Who is the
I don't know who. Yeah, I don't know who the father is.
Maury Povich would have had this shit on lock, and I am thoroughly surprised that they have not done a parody of that.
That's fair.
That no one has written a parody of Maury Povich or Jerry Springer or whoever the bald one was. The kind of chubby bald guy. He looks
Steve
like
Wilkos.
Joe Rogan does now.
It's Steve Wilkos.
That sounds right.
I know it's right because I
Yeah,
watched that
Jerry's
shit.
OG
He
bodyguard
looks
or
like
whatever.
Joe Rogan does now. That guy did when he was doing the show. But yeah, that they would have had that shit on lock. Okay.
100%.
Jerry Springer would have gave that woman $1,000 to come on the show. I think that shit would have been hilarious. To have that's not my baby. That ain't my
That's
baby.
not
Why'd
my
you bring presents to its birth then? It's common.
The best.
It's common courtesy. Then you gotta have Mary acting like a whole fucking. She gotta be hoochie mama.
Oh,
I know who the baby daddy is. I know who the baby daddy is. It's that king over there. Jokes on her. They're all kings. I know one of y'all the baby daddy. You're the only 3 I've been with. Ain't none of them the baby daddy. God walks out the back, right?
Hey guys.
You are not the father. Oh, gets up, runs around, high fives the entire audience. That should tell me that shit wouldn't be funny. But here's the thing, though. I want God to be Keegan Michael Key.
Oh God, yeah.
He's got to play God for me in this scenario. And then when he's like, God, you are the father, he just disappears.
He's gone.
He just disappears. He just willed himself out of existence. That ain't my goddamn baby. Boop, gone. That should be funny as hell. I would die. I would crack up. And Christians would not like that either, and it would be great for me.
No.
Anything I can do to make a Christian have a bad day.
I mean, fair.
I'll write
They
it.
deserve it.
I'll write it. Oh my God. I'll have him be using old ass Latin and Greek names and shit. What do you want from me?
I loaded in the lighthouse.
I mean, that's good.
You got in.
Can you see?
I got it. Yeah, well, I'm in daytime as a scab.
Oh, well, yeah, go try PMC. Just bring a fucking shitty kid in.
Bring some shitty nods. That's all you need, really.
But the problem is, I already know I'm not gonna be able to finish. I know it.
I think I need
right now.
Yeah, I think I need 2 more rogues. Yeah, so I will have to go back to Lighthouse, and then we're gonna go woods, and then we're gonna hunt Jeremy and hunt cultists.
Ah, there it is.
I'm almost done with that mission, man.
I know.
Yeah.
Then me and Adam need to kill them all.
Yeah, and that's gonna be hellacious to go back through that shit for 3 times. That's god awful.
Yeah.
I
I'm
do
not really worried
I
about
do
it.
wish there was a little more co-op involvement in the missions. Like if one of us picks up an item and we're all in a group, we should be able to all be turning the item. You know what I mean? If we're
That's
all
true.
on the quest, if I've done it, then it makes sense that you have to go in and pick it up. But if you two are on the same quest and one of you picks the item up and you come out of raid, you both should have the item. In my opinion, I think that there
Oh,
should be.
It's along
like,
with what
if
we're talking
you-
about.
Well,
about
yeah,
the
we were
PMC
talking about
shared inventory.
with a shared inventory, right? I think there should be a group-based inventory, where like you have your own respective inventory, but there's also a group one, meaning that
That's
like
almost
I
like
can
having a
take
clan
guns and
system.
put kind of,
Yeah.
but I mean limit it to 5 people.
Yeah,
You can only have 5 people. It's your normal play group, and you can only be in one. You can't be in 10 different ones.
I don't foresee them ever making that a thing.
And then my other caveat to this is if something goes in, like if I take a DVL and I put the DVL in the group hideout, you can take the DVL out and use it, but it cannot be moved into your own inventory. You're either gonna
I like
lose
that.
it, you're either gonna lose it in combat,
Or
or
you're
it's
gonna
gonna
have
be
to store it
insured
back.
and it'll go back to the group inventory, or you
Yeah.
have to take it and put it back in the group inventory. And
And
that stops people from coming in and taking your shit too. Like it stops people from joining and just stealing your shit and leaving.
Yeah, and the one thing I do agree with is on like currently the certain items you can't drop to each other. Money, for example.
You can drop a certain amount of money, yeah.
Yeah, but like
You can only bring
Inventory would
400k
be
in
like
raid though.
equipment and shit like that.
Yeah.
There's also certain equipment you can't sell and things like that. And like that shit should be able to be shared. Like fucking
I mean, Zerk just got the thing where he can craft lead X's now.
yep.
Right? If Zerk was in our group, I should be able to craft lead X's. Because that item is so fucking stupid rare, it's not even funny. Like, it's impossible to find. I think that would be a little more, add a little more group cohesiveness and promote this. Like, you just added this ability for us to play together as groups, like to group up before we actually go into a
And it'd be
raid.
worth it.
That would be a better involvement of that. Right.
It would actually make it a group based versus, you know, you got all your Chads and all your Timmies.
Right.
Your Timmies you can at least put forth some effort into the group. Like, hey, we're building up a hideout. You got to go do group missions, PMC missions, shit like that, you know?
Right, yeah, and then have a group hideout specifically dedicated that
Yeah.
all of you have to donate things for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, and they could flavor that up with certain tasks that are group oriented as well. Like each.
Well,
person is
I
pretty
think the
big.
trick for that would be is have the hideouts in like a pentagon, and then there'd be a central communal room that you all have to build up. Like one guy might have he might have my hideout, which is everything max, right? Or he might have your hideout, which is like everything level 1, a couple things level 2.
Yeah.
But they're disconnected. You know what I mean?
They
You
are
could come into my hideout if I allowed you to come in, sure. But there's a communal area in the middle, which like could be your gym. Your gym could be in the middle, right? And that way everybody can function off a gym, something like that. Because you
I
don't,
forgot I have the gym.
yeah, you have to do it every day, once a day, every day.
I've not done it in weeks.
Train strength, my man. Train strength, go do it.
I'm currently attempting to load into lighthouses.
No, it was a PMC. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting shit back from inventory right now.
Yeah, no, I'm down.
I just got 3 flares back from last night.
I got none of my deck. Well, actually, I still might get that one back when we died to cultists.
Did you die to a cultist? I didn't die to a cultist.
Or no, yeah, you died to a cultist. I died to guard. The very first woods map, the very first woods run where we ran into cultist and Mark and Sturman in 10 because you got poisoned.
Oh yeah, but I killed Sherman and then I got out of raid. I'm pretty sure I survived that raid.
You died to the cultist because it was the last game that I played tonight.
Oh no, the last one that I played that was I died to a dude who stream sniped me.
No, when it was just me and you before Adam.
Oh, then I don't know.
Last night, yeah, because you died twice. One at the cultist, made some camp, and went to Sturman, went after him, and some dude was there. Couldn't.
Yeah, I don't remember honestly. I fucking be worrying about all that. I don't be worrying about all that. I do need to figure out my inventory though because I got lots of shit in here and it's too full.
But I ran really smooth. I'm on US servers, of course. I ran really smooth as a scav, so I might up it once more if it's unseeable.
Yeah, give it a shot. Give it a little bit of fucking. Put that in there. Put that in there. Put that in there. That can get sold. Put this in there.
Yeah, I died tonight.
As a scav?
Yeah.
Damn.
He lit me up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. When he hits you, it feels like a cheater shooting you. It's like it's so fucking fast. You can't.
Well, actually, he missed the first set of rounds, and I was like, "Oh,
oh, that's lucky."
A gunfight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I heard him shoot. I didn't hear them come by me because I didn't have ears on. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my last time as a scav, I fucking heard the pop, and then boom, a big pipe fucking thing before I died.
Yeah. Dunk. Yeah, that shit's
I
funny.
heard it. I knew it was bad. I knew.
It is really hard to do scav runs right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's on, and even player scavs shoot you. Will fucking shoot you. Everybody is shooting everybody that moves.
I've been killed by more player scavs as a scav than I have.
Oh yeah, no, I took out fucking two rogues, just regular rogues, and a player scav fucking popped me in the head as I was leaving. I'm like, you fucker.
I've had them follow me all the way to extract. Like a group of 4 of us were just hanging out. We were doing good. We fought. Followed me all the way to extract. One guy popped and naded all of our feet.
Yep.
Sounds like a skill issue to me, my boy.
He didn't make it out either.
It was scav behavior.
Sounds like a skill issue to me.
I can promise you that he didn't make it out either because all 3 of us just started dumping whatever we had. But grenade killed us.
That ungodly sound.
Your mom. Yourmom.com.
Your mom.
Ew. The worst ammo. SOST. It's literally the worst ammo for this gun. Nothing in there sells for anything. That goes to mechanic. What's the matter?
Nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a settings issue. All it was. I loaded right in and fucking PMC. I can somewhat see still. It's grainy, but
Let's start bumping it up.
oh, I can't in game. You cannot modify textures in game, but I'm at very low. I'm at the lowest setting. Besides my overall visibility.
Yeah, you can't change. You definitely change your visual settings in RAID. What are you talking about?
You change your post effects. I can't change my actual graphics.
Oh, that's new.
It's fine. I'm running through. I spawn Southern Road.
Oh yeah, you're just gonna run through the extract.
I'm just gonna run right out. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice work. Yeah.
Now that I know I can load in, and I just need to bump my settings up once. There's Big Pipe. Fuck that shit. Yeah, fuck whoever just took all of his shit. I heard the dun dun dun, boom boom boom. I was like, nope.
No, if you heard multiple shots, that's not pipe. That's front gate.
The fucking.
Yeah, I heard a bunch of fucking explosions. Right
yeah, that's the GL of the front gate. Yeah.
Should I be even close enough to hear that from Southern Road?
Yeah, you can hear it on the other end of the
it's
map.
loud.
That's fair.
God, flechette rounds are so expensive right
Somebody
now.
just got fucked.
Goes up for $26.50. Somebody ought to buy them.
Yeah, I need money. That's my goal now.
Okay, it's probably about that time, right? Yeah. It's fine. Let me do my hideout real quick, so it's good. All right, we're back to players. Hello, we're back. We're doing things. It's Ben's fault. So the last thing that happened was we apparently watched the large for his species fairy-sized man take a bath.
Taking a bath.
So
We're stuck in a forest.
And you're stuck in a forest, right? Yeah, but very seductive in his bathing. You know, drops his little cloak or whatever he's got on and walks into the water. It splashes around him. The fairy dust glistens behind him as it pools on top of the water. Just be humming shit. Splish splash, I was taking a bath. What do we do in the woods?
Trying to get where we're going.
Oh, well, the old man set a bunch of things on fire. Well,
yeah.
One thing on fire. Still on fire. Otherwise, yeah, I need an hour.
What do you need an hour for?
Let's just sit down and start creating some tools.
Okay. What are we creating?
A compass.
Okay. You gather around. You run around. You gather the items you need. You come back together. You take about an hour. It's about noon at this point. Sun is high overhead. You make a compass.
All right. She's messing around with the pangolin and everything. the penguin open, and then there he makes his compass. Now with the compass, and he's going to use the compass to try and guide him through things.
Okay. You going by yourself?
For the moment, see if anything works. Yeah.
Okay. As you take the compass and you set yourself in like a northwesternly direction, which is where you believe the sunglade to have been, and it's in line with what he's pointing out as the gap in the trees in front of you. You set off in a northwesterly direction, and about an hour later, you come walking up behind the group, still pointed in a northwesterly direction.
Great. Well, that didn't work.
How long do you stay in the water for?
Do what?
How long do you stay in the water for?
Fucking, I don't know, 15 minutes.
Okay. Do you totally submerge yourself, or do you stay like your head above the water?
Oh, yeah, I submerge myself in
I don't know
bathing.
what the fuck you're doing, okay? I don't know how fairies bathe.
Fucking dude, I dunk myself underwater. Yep.
Okay. As you go underwater, make me a perception check.
I swear to God, if I see a monster under here.
A giant fish swallows you whole.
14.
You see a monster in the no. You do see a small. It looks like some sort of underwater passage. That heads towards the waterfall, but a little bit off to the left of it. But there's like you have to dive down to get into this thing. Seems to be some sort of hole under the water.
Alright, well, I get out of the water.
Okay.
And I yell at people, hey, there's some shit in the water. You might want to go through the water.
You guys see
Sure.
a turd floating in the water where he was bathing?
Yeah, sure.
You just said some shit floating in the water.
Oh, I said some shit in the... Yeah, sure.
In the
whatever.
water, yeah, I know what you mean.
I go into the other end of the water, whatever.
Okay, so you fly to the other end and get yourself prepared. What do you do?
Am I out of the water, but on the other end?
Yeah. See, is that what you mean? You're right. You're standing on the shore near where the hole was.
No, you said up under the water. There's like a passageway.
Yeah, it's near the waterfall. The passage is near-ish the waterfall, so it would be on the opposite side of the lake for you. Okay. Is anybody going with him?
I'll go.
I guess this will go.
You're in the
At
woods.
this point. Oh, that's right. I'm in the woods.
You're walking around the woods for an hour by yourself.
I put a little message on a tree next to it, I guess.
Okay.
Hey, well, Augustus, you read
There's
this.
There's a carving about this big that has a paragraph long message carved into it.
And I'm gonna start like marking trees with X. My daggers are walking.
That's fine. So the rest of you, do you swim across the water, or do you walk around the lake and then jump in near the waterfall?
Walk around.
Walk around, okay.
Walk around. I'm fresh
What are you taking with you? Everything? Are you just gonna wear your entire gear, jump in the water?
I'm gonna take it out. Well, since I'm walking around.
But so he's clarified that the passage that he saw is underwater. It's not through the waterfall, it's beneath the waterfall in the water. There's a what appears to be some sort of passage, some sort of place you could go into.
Well, my sword can't rust, so pretty much anything else is just gonna go into the bag of holding.
Okay. You shove everything you can in the bag of holding. And you jump in?
We ball.
Okay. Everybody jumps in the water. Who else going? I know Korik, I know Ian, I know Pep. Is the old man going? Is Silver going? Are you guys waiting on Augustus? What are you doing?
I'll wait on Augustus because we really shouldn't split the fucking party, so let's bring him with us when he finally decides to show up.
Sure. I mean, there's a carving on the tree. It's about this big. He'll probably see it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and
Because he
the, and
can
the
read that.
X's and the X's that I marked quite big on the trees.
Sure.
Fine.
So I guess just the three of you are going to go then. We'll say Korik, we'll say Ian, and Pep. As the three of you jump in the water, this water is incredibly refreshing. It's cool. It's very chilly. It's a spring of some kind. There's a spring feeding this, so the water is comfortable. It's not warm in any way. It's not uncomfortable to jump in. It's very brisk temperature, when you jump into it, and it is a little chilly, as a guy, you understand what I'm trying to say. The water is cold. So you jump in, and all of your heads submerge. I need all three of you to make me perception checks.
Okay. 7.
Okay.
22.
22 is good. Okay.
Probably 8.
8. Okay. Korik, you notice there is a slight ringing when you get underwater. Almost like tinnitus. You know what I mean? Like it's like it's behind you in a different room, but you can hear something ringing.
Alright.
It just only when your head goes underwater do you hear this slight ringing in the distance behind you. But as you dive under and you begin to swim your way, like all of your important things are shoved into the bag of holding. I imagine you have a dagger at the very least in your hand, so if something comes at you, you can stab it.
Right.
And you can maybe like claw your way in if you have to pull against current or something like that. At least have a dagger in your hand, both of you. And I imagine Pep is probably just holding on to one of your like backs while you're swimming through the water. You'd swim substantially faster than he can.
I'm holding onto the bag of holding.
Okay, so you grab it onto the bag of holding. It's fucking diving through the water. Now, as you enter or approach, as you approach this hole, you notice it's over. I mean, you could fit two people side by side into it. It's fairly large. But you can't. It's very difficult to see into it as there's no light source whatsoever. The light only goes about 10 feet, and you can see what appears to be relatively like undisturbed not sea floor, but lake floor, I guess. Sea floor, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm talking about. The bottom, sand. Sand and rocks all at the bottom. So you can see that it goes back beneath the waterfall. What do you do? Keep in mind, you can hold your breath for your constitution plus 1 minute. Like your modifier to constitution. So if it's +1, then you have 2 minutes. If it's -1, then you have 1 minute.
I'm swimming substantially faster now into the hole.
Okay, swimming into the hole. I mean, you get a good breath, so we'll say your minute starts just at the edge of hitting the hole.
Okay.
So as you begin to push your way through, the darkness immediately envelops you. Like as Korik, you watch as he swims forward and begins to travel forward with Pep on his back because Pep is attached to the bag of holding. As he begins to paddle through, Pep can see, but only so far, and Ian can't see anything. So he's grabbing onto rocks and beginning to pull his way. What'd you say?
I'm feeling my way forward.
Yeah, I figure you're on the bottom, grabbing rocks and pulling your way forward in whatever way you can to keep making movement forward. So
if Pep sees something, Pep can just pull up on me. I'm wearing the bag of holding.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you hope he would alert you. You didn't say anything while you're above the water, so.
No, I just hope. He knows I can't see.
Yeah, you knows you can't see in the dark yet. So as you're traveling forward, you get into an area that opens up to like a pocket, and you can see there is a surface of water in here. So you can climb up and gasp for air, and it is at the edge of your minute, so you're cutting it close. Not long after you, here comes Korik, climbs up to the top and sees you. And you guys are in a room that is roughly dome shaped. It's still it's natural hewn stone. You know what I mean? So it's not like human made. It's not perfectly circular. The rock is very rough. There's no like platform or anything to stand on. There's a singular platform in the dead center, which kind of guided you upwards, and you're probably hanging on to the edge of it because it's the only thing in the center that you can kind of. That's the only thing in the room you can hang on to. Think of it as kind of like, you know, when you go to when you see pictures or go to a bar that has a pool, they have the tables that are in the pool. Something along those lines. But you know, the spire thing is like 10, 20 feet tall. That you had to climb up this water to get to the top. On top of it rests nothing. It's purely empty, but those of you who are there can catch your breath for a moment. And it's very dimly lit in this room by small, like, bioluminescent algae and mushrooms and whatnot that are growing along the roof. It looks like a pretty starry sky, like little specks of light here and there. But it's very dimly lit in this room. You could probably see 5 feet. So you can see that your hands are on something, but it appears that you are in the night now, even though you just swam from what was noon in the middle of the day. But then again, the night above you is like algae and fucking mushrooms. I mean, it's not the night sky. You're not looking at the night sky. It just looks like the night sky. You guys do anything in this room?
Are we underwater still or no?
No. So there's a small platform in the middle of the room, and you are all kind of hanging on to the platform, getting air, so you can see if you need to. If there's a way you could continue forward. If there's a way, like if you just need to go back, it's purely up to you.
Wait, I climb a bit to, dry my wings off, I guess, and fly around.
Okay. Yeah, when you fly around, you notice that there's small like groups of vegetation, and that's what's glowing. Some little inchworms or something that are inching around. They're all glowing.
Is there any opening to like a different cave or?
Not at the top. Yeah, not above water at the very least. You didn't check below the water.
Is there a place for the two humans to sit?
The thing is small enough that they could sit there. Yeah, like they could hang on to it, like, but their bodies would still be in the water. It's pretty small. It would be like, how do I put this? I'm trying to think of something that's roughly. If you took like a salad plate, like one of the larger normal sized, like a normal sized plate's probably about 12 inches across. One that's probably like 2 feet or so, like a big like salad serving bowl sized plate, whatever, and then just set that down. That's roughly the size of this rock, roughly 2 feet in diameter. They could try and sit on it, but it's going to be uncomfortable to fit two people. It's easier just hang your bodies off the sides. Just kind of float in the water and wait until you figure out what you're going to do. You can try. Be uncomfortable.
Okay. I would say wait so other people can get here so you can search around, but if there are other caves underwater, they might go through those instead of this one.
Yeah.
So I think it's best to try to go back out or go back that way.
Yeah, we we can try to come back.
You're going to go out, get the group, and come back?
Yeah, I think that'd probably be our safest bet.
Okay. So, only about 3 or 4 minutes has passed. So you grab your, you grab your the little guy holds onto the bag again, and you just take off and swim back out through the tunnel. Try and find your way out. Um, and you manage to climb back out. You see the light in the distance, and you just crawl through the tunnel towards the light. And once you reach that point, you emerge from the surface. And those of you who stayed, which are Omen and Silver, you see them both come up, and Ian comes up and takes a big gasp for air.
On our way out, I want to look through, try to see if there's separated caves
Not off the
under the
main tunnel.
water.
Yeah, not off the main tunnel that you guys crawled through the first time.
Okay.
Do you make me a perception check for in the room that you guys had crawled into, in the kind of little tunnel that was in there?
Yeah, nah, I got a 10.
There were 3.
There's 3 that I saw.
Yeah, 3 split off tunnels in the large room that were on the opposing side. It was a tunnel that goes through and then looks like it splits into 3.
All right. I let the people know that we're already there.
Okay. Yeah, we can say you let them know while you were in the room at the very least, because you would have searched in there. But yeah, so you guys come out. Ian takes a big old gasp for air because he's at the edge of his 1 minute mark. Do you let the other ones know? What do you do?
I guess we just have to wait for Augustus. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, about 20 minutes goes by, and Augustus comes walking through the woods with his compass, and he's really fucking sure. Really fucking sure that he's going the right direction. And then he stumbles through the bush, and the bush separates, and he sees you guys.
Fuck. You guys didn't move while I was gone, did you?
How the hell did you get ahead of me?
Like, the compass, it was the right direction.
I mean, we did some exploring.
Yeah, all right, builder man. Let's go in this pond. We found a cave.
Go into a pond. Been asked to go into weird places, but all right. Oh well, let me pack my stuff up, and we'll have to shove Gisborne in there. But yeah, I get fucked. Whatever. Let's go.
Do you have any water propelled gadget things that make us move quicker in the water?
I mean, I could make us something, but it would take a while. I've never really done anything. Well, I've been around the water, made boats, but
You would know what flippers are from
yeah,
diving
I
on the
can make
island that you were
base
born on as a
stuff.
kid. You could make flippers, sure, which would
Yeah, I
give
can make,
people,
like-
instead of water being whatever the fuck it is, rough terrain.
Rough
so instead
terrain.
of your half movement, you could have your full movement. I would give you,
I mean, yeah, I could make something, but it's gonna take a minute. Like,
especially for 6 people and the sand
Yeah.
puppy. How are you
Yeah,
gonna get the
but
damn
the-
sand puppy in there?
yeah,
You're gonna put him in the
just gonna
bag of
make-
holding?
make Gisborne into an armor and put the armor on the sand puppy. The sand puppy is going to be Gisborne infused.
Gisborne's gonna have flippers. The sand puppy can have flippers.
But yeah, I can make something. It's just going to take a minute. Well,
No,
more than a
let's just
minute,
go.
but
Just go.
all right, I guess.
Fuck your craftsmanship.
Fuck it, Crash.
Took an hour to build a compass that didn't do anything.
Look,
They
the
pointed
compass isn't
north.
the problem here. It's working just fine.
I bet it is.
As you walk around the lake and get really close to the waterfall, and you look down at your compass, you watch it go.
Fuck. Maybe it's wrong. Or maybe we're just in a very weird area. Who knows?
We're in the middle of the earth.
Well, somewhere for sure. But I guess we're going into a lake. Ill prepared.
Silver, deep in the woods, with your passive perception, you hear the sound of wood snapping. It just sounds like repeatedly. It sounds like several pieces of wood snapping incredibly fast. And then as you take a second to focus, you notice that the sound is coming from all around you. It's not just in one direction. That the wood is cracking.
Okay, into the water. Here we go, guys. Let's go right now.
Mom has
No more,
spoken.
no more dilly
I
dallying.
just ate.
You'll be fine.
30 minutes.
Let's
No,
go.
you told me I have to
No,
wait
shut
30
up.
minutes.
Shut up. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm gonna
Oh,
get sick.
no, not you, Odin. Not you, Odin.
Let's go.
Not you.
Let's go.
No.
Let's go.
Dive
Stop.
right back in.
You said so, Mom.
All right, into the water.
Water?
Oh.
You got water?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't look
Treat?
at
You want to go to the pool?
me. Don't look at me. No.
You want to go outside?
Treat? What?
Have you seen the TikTok of the guy's husky that only you can talk to him, he's like, you want a treat? And the dog won't look at him. You don't go outside. The dog won't look at him. You don't go to the pool. No, you big booty bitches. Dog's like, what?
What? Yeah.
Where?
Dog knows what he wants, bro. Dog knows what we all want. So that shit cracked me the fuck up. He's sitting there talking to the dog. He's paying him no fucking mind. Big booty bitch. What?
What now?
Everyone splashes and dives into the water in their own fancy way. I imagine with Pep on his back, Ian just does kind of a normal swan dive. A Cork is kind of a cannonball kind of guy. It's plain, but it's deliberate. It's understated. It's effortless. I imagine that Silver just kind of walks into the water because she's trying to usher the rest of you in. And then I like to imagine that Augustus tries to jump but trips over something and face plants. Hard belly flops.
That's mean.
And then
Probably true.
I like to think that Omen does the a pretty elegant, just a straight dive in. But as he does a cool little twirl.
No.
There's no splash at all.
Yeah, but there's no splash when Omen hits the water.
His years of experience as a fish return.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And then you feel very at home, fully
Gross.
submerged in this water. You find that you don't need to come up for air. No, I'm kidding. And then I like to imagine that Pep is like one hand holding onto the back of the bag of holding, but also like standing, so it's almost like he's surfing on
whoever.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
on Ian's back as Ian dives in and does the whole swan dive. It looks like he's standing on the back of a submarine that's just like slowly submerging. You know, he's a whaler in the 1700s kind of thing. That's just what's in my head when you guys dive in the water. And as you're the last one in, Hobo, you are 100% sure that the woods around you are cracking in some way. Like surrounding you. You can hear them as it's happening all throughout the woods. You can hear the sound of wood snapping.
I don't like that.
Why don't you just be the elf?
I have a really good feeling something's on fire.
Okay, I want to get close to the entrance of this cave, but like not fully submerge myself yet because I want to like see if I can get a glimpse of what's coming.
Okay, the cave itself is 20 feet underwater, and then there's a long, like roughly a minute long journey through the thing. So I mean, you can take your time, but yeah, it sounds like it's surrounding you entirely, and you don't. I mean, as everybody else passes through begins to pass through the tunnel, being led by Ian and Cork, make me like an active perception check. See if you can, because you're trying to look for something actively. So go ahead.
14.
With a 14, you don't see any particular thing coming, but you do see movement surrounding you in the woods. Like you begin to see things shifting in the woods. And you hear rustling of tree branches, and you hear snapping of wood, and it sounds like it's coming from all directions.
Okay. Well, screw it. I don't want to get too broken up from the party, so I'll just dive and follow.
Okay. So you dive and you follow and you begin to pass your way through. And the whole party is waiting on you in this next room that I previously described with the glowing mushrooms and algae and whatnot stuck to the walls. As you guys enter this room, you notice that as with this many people in there, the air begins to become thin. With as many people in the room breathing all at once, it seems to be that the room is becoming there's a lack of producible oxygen in the room, meaning that this room likely has no out to the top. There's no vent.
Well, we should probably move quickly then.
Make our own hole.
We could make our own hole. You have a wizard. Where's Fireball?
Fire also takes away oxygen.
It does, in fact, burn all the available oxygen in the room. That is correct. But then it really, if it works and it does enough damage, it could blow a hole in the roof. And then,
Also
I mean, you guys experimented with this before with Korik in the methane room.
could also collapse the roof.
It could. Korik did that when he dropped a mountain on you guys.
Yeah. Yep. And I
That
took
did happen.
no damage
Yeah, I cast Sacred Flame.
because I hid.
I can't see in here. Can anybody just...
I lot of torch.
I'm almost positive I hid behind Adam's character.
Adam turned into a goat.
Turned into a goat.
You hid behind me, I think.
Oh yeah, it was Nick that I hid behind because me and him were on that other platform.
Yeah, I was not there for that one, but I was a goat.
Yeah, you cast Dimension Door, I think.
Yeah, it does help
and
the
as you
party and
jumped to
turn
the
into a
other
goat.
side, your spell succeeded, but you turned into a goat, so you couldn't give them the rope. And then when they
Yep.
got to the other side where you were just sitting there chewing on the rope.
Goat.
Doing goat things. I mean, what else do goats
Yeah,
do but chew?
That's what goats do, man.
Alright, so you said the cave has like 3 possible
So
directions.
when you dive down, again, there's another, like a same singular tunnel that you came through, and within that singular tunnel, within 30 feet, so you can still see it, there is a split in 3 different directions.
Alright. Who wants to choose the direction we go?
I mean,
Middle it is.
all
Yeah.
right.
Fuck
Okay.
it, we ball.
You guys
If
dive
it's
down.
not this, we fucking
I
die.
have taken my equipment back out of the bag of holding, put it back on.
We'll be fine.
What equipment?
Like, because I took everything off but my sword,
Okay.
so everything else now is back on.
Okay.
He's in fact only wearing his sword and socks.
Pretty much, yeah.
I am only wearing my cape.
Of course, yeah. Nude diving is the way to go.
Yeah.
It's a sport. It's an Olympic
Oh.
sport for a reason.
More aerodynamic.
That's right. Well, it's fluid dynamic, but yeah.
Less drag, yeah.
So as you go ahead and you begin your descent again, and you dive down your 20 feet or so, and you begin down that first tunnel, you come to the split. Which way do you go? Straight
Middle.
on? Straight on, okay. You continue straight on, and you swim, and you swim, and you swim, and you get to be about at that minute point, and you're running out of air. And you can't help but take a gasp of that water. Ryan.
I gasp. I cast destroy water.
Okay. How much is it again?
Shit, I gotta look at it.
Yeah.
He can destroy enough around my head to give me
It doesn't create oxygen, it just destroys water.
Damn it.
Which, by the way, in a sealed tunnel creates a vacuum, so then you have all the water behind you go wham!
Can't.
What do you mean can't?
Don't got it prepared.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So you,
Well, it's a good thing because he just told me what it does, and I'm not doing that.
it's fair. I mean, you wouldn't have found out till you did it, but yeah. So as you continue forward, and you, everything around you, like you can't see as it is. You're kind of being guided by him, like tapping you to tell you to go forward and stuff like
I
that.
put air in his mouth.
Okay. What do you mean? You blow air into his mouth? You give him the kiss of life?
Yeah, sure.
Give him the old windy. What the hell is that girl from the Sandlot? Windy something.
I don't honestly remember. It's been so long since I watched that movie.
It's a great movie though. We missed the Sandlot.
How long do I have if I have a +2 modifier?
You have 3 minutes. It's your modifier plus 1 minute. If your modifier is 0 or 1, you have 1 minute.
Okay.
So as you're diving and swimming and pulling on the rocks, you feel your strength fade, and everything goes black. But for a second, you feel the kiss of tiny lips as he blows tiny air into your lungs. There's not much force being produced by these lungs because they're only about the size of your thumb. But
I'm not that fucking small.
my man, 2 feet tall is like this big, right?
Yeah.
My
Why would
lungs
my
are
lungs
like
be
this
a
big,
thumb?
right? So comparatively speaking, your lungs would be about this large. Like the 3 fingers.
cares?
My lung is about as big as 2 fists put together.
All
right?
right.
This is how big your lung is. Now, I'm not saying the size is what's affecting the amount of air. Sure, you'll give him another maybe 20 or 30 seconds. It's going to cut your time in half, but you'll give him half of his time back. So you've got about another 30 seconds of air. He's got about another 30 seconds of air. So you get a blast of small, tiny air molecules blasted into your mouth as you get a kiss from a tiny.
Wouldn't I have
fairy.
like a minute? 'Cause my minute for him would be 30 seconds, but I'll still have a
sure,
minute left.
that's fine. Okay, yeah. I wasn't doing the math right. You're right. You're right. Yeah. So some of the air is just lost. That's why you lose a little bit. Some of it blows out. But some is pushed in, and you get a little blast of air, and you manage to spit out the water that you were currently like gasping in before everything was fading to darkness, or fading even more to black. You're already enveloped in the darkness. Probably a little moment of fear strike through you there. Panic, definitely. Being that you could have drowned in a tunnel, and who would have been there to do anything about it?
Ain't a goddamn thing to be done about it.
So you continue forward for about 30 seconds, and your panic wastes probably 5 or 10 seconds, but then he kind of like slaps you across the face and he points, and he begins to like drag you along, and you begin to swim again. And you do manage to climb up into what is a room that you can actually stand in. And this is an entrance, not an entrance, I suppose, but it is a room that has a larger cave entrance within it that definitely descends beneath the earth. Or beneath the grade that you're already underground, but descends further underground. And everybody else begins to surface behind him because the rest of you have plenty of con and you don't drown. You're all standing in a room that is incredibly poorly lit. There's very little of the glowing vegetation in this room. And it does seemingly have a not endless supply of oxygen, but effectively endless supply of oxygen. You can keep breathing as much as you want. And you can those of you who have dark vision can see the tunnel leading forward and down. And around it, you can see things that were left, like shitty armor that's rusted. There's a dwarven helm that's definitely like pitted and rusted and has like a hole stabbed into it. There's a couple like bent and twisted swords. Maybe a necklace or two that's all pitted and the gems have been pried out of them, and there's a few things laying around. Is my point. A few scrap items. Nothing that seems to be of any sort of value, I would say. Anybody want to make me a check for it? Investigation check, anything like that?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep.
Nick hit it first. Let him have it.
Yeah, again, Augustus is gonna look at them specifically because
18.
they're weapons anyway.
Okay, hang on. You're rolling too damn fast. All your numbers clicked up at once. Okay, well, you're 18. All right, now the whole party's not going to do investigation checks, damn it. Calm down. You're doing too damn much. So with your 18, you don't notice anything of any sort of monetary value, but you find yourself being drawn towards a locket.
I grabbed that bitch.
Okay. You grab it, and it doesn't, like, you can tell it has a clasp and it opens, but you don't see any, like, release button on it.
Alright, so I just add fucking custom item locket.
Sure. Just put locket found in the cave, something like that. Ian doesn't find anything, but he definitely sees Pip pick up that locket and kind of like look at it for a second and try and pry it open, and he can't get it open, and he just puts it in his pocket. You definitely clocked him do that.
After everyone does their investigation, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic on it.
Okay. Well, you're 24. There's no magical weapons.
No, you didn't really want to look. Just like they're rusted and old, but is like any of the metal salvageable? Is really what he's looking for.
Not really. I mean, most of it's pitted to hell, and there's rust holes through it. Not just at the edges. They're cuts through the middle of them.
Gotcha.
And all the swords are definitely like, it's two sets of armor. Maybe a little more specific. It's two sets of armor, and they're like kind of opposing each other. Like the way they're placed looks like they're facing each other. One has a twisted, like the sword itself is twisted and gnarled up, but the edges are beat to shit. And then the other one has a sword that's perfectly straight. It's got a little curve in the design of the sword. Not fully like scimitar like, but adjacent to that. A little less scimitar, a little more falchion kind of shape.
Okay.
And it's also like the blade has been beat to hell. Like there's chips and marks and gnarls in it, and everything is rusted. There's so much so that there's very little polished metal left. And nothing of like gilded value is left. Like gold, anything that's gold, anything that's silver has been pried away. Even in the armor, anything that was like had a jewel in it or whatever it was, even the symbols that were within the armor have been pried away.
Gotcha.
They look entirely stripped of any monetary value other than scrap. And I would say, based on your fair expertise in the field, that none of this metal is worth salvaging. It's not like you would have to heat it, cool it, beat the shit out of it. Like it wouldn't be worth your time.
It'd take too long to make it usable. Gotcha.
Right. To get the flaws out of the metal, right.
Understood. Yeah, no. Yeah, so after he's done looking at it and kind of just put it back, that's all he's looking at.
What are you looking for, Court? Lee?
Sorry, I'm here. I'm trying to juggle some stuff in my hands.
Okay.
All right. Sorry. What was that?
What are you looking for with your investigation check?
Honestly, I don't even remember why I made that.
Oh. I was saying anybody who wants to look at the items, roll an investigation check, yeah.
Sorry, no, I'm having a bottle feed goat, and it's hard
Oh
to
God.
freaking yeah, it's hard to, I'm juggling shit.
Yeah,
Sorry.
get him to hold still and yeah, I got you. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a pain. He's almost off the bottle now, so it's a pain in the ass. Sorry.
You're good. So does anybody else want to look at anything? Elman, Silver.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
All
Sorry.
right, hit me with an investigation check.
Good cowboy. 21.
Okay, with a 21, you clock the locket that he picks up. The locket is untarnished. It is the only piece that you see that is not flawed by rust or by just dirt and grime and whatnot. When he picks it up, anything that was on it just kind of like pops off of it. Any dirt or whatever. Like he found the chain and he kind of wiggled the chain and popped it loose and he brought out this pretty silver locket.
Who was this again? Sorry.
Pep grabbed the locket. So
Okay.
you clock him, catch the locket, and you definitely see Augustus go after the swords and like look at the weapons. And then he just kind of puts them back down, kind of tosses them back into the heap that they were in. And nothing grabs you as incredibly valuable, though one of the sets of armor has a pretty long piece of wood laying next to it that looks fairly untouched. Like it doesn't look like a rotten piece of wood. Like it was either placed here recently or it could be magical in nature.
I'll check it out.
Magic wood.
Magic
Yes,
wood.
sir.
Yeah.
Magic piece of wood.
That's in fact what it is. It's just a magic wood.
I'll check it out.
The map.
Can I cast identify on it? I guess.
You want to cast a spell?
Yeah, I'll do identify.
Okay. You can cast it. What you have found is, let me double check this fucking thing real quick. You have found a Gulthias staff. Gulthias.
Oh boy! Let's see what this bad boy does. Okay. I like it. Oh, you gotta get comfortable. Sorry. Yeah, I start to just examine it more. I guess I don't.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
you
trying to-
take about 10 minutes to to do the spell identify. Anyway. You take
Yeah,
about 10 minutes to do it.
yeah.
So you learn a little bit about it, and you learn everything that there is there information wise about it.
Okay.
Let me see this real quick. Hang on. Yep. And that's it. That's what you find.
Okay. Cool.
So that and the silver locket are the only two things that appear to be in good condition. Everything else appears to be rusted, old, and like it's been left down here for a long ass time. And like the armor itself looks old as shit, like an old make of armor. Like no one produces this kind of armor anymore. Does anybody adventure down the tunnel?
No, but I'm gonna ask the wizard man if he can identify what this is, and I show him the locket.
To me. Right.
Yeah, because you're a wizard.
I
You
guess
are
I'll.
indeed a wizard, Harry.
I guess I'll take it from him, and I guess I'll do identify on it again,
Okay.
or just I guess to see what it is. If it's
Let me find the exact item. Give me 1 second. Hang on, I'm trying to type in different words. Is it under necklace or locket or what? I can't remember. Give me a second. It is. It's called My Beloved's Locket. It has a counterpart ring.
Yeah, dude, I don't
No.
see that.
Yeah, I'm reading you what it is. I haven't put it in your thing so you can see it yet.
Okay.
It has a counterpart ring. Like there's a necklace and then a ring that meets it. Do you guys remember the 3 rings or the 4 rings of the seasons that we made or I made for your fucking previous campaign?
Yeah.
So this is a locket that a guy gave his beloved and she gave him a ring. And they're drawn together. Similar to how the rings had that compulsion to like be with one another. The seasons, the opposing seasons had like summer wanted winter, spring wanted fall, but you know, and they would move forward, and there are all the issues. Like if you had 2 that were the same, like spring and summer together were a problem. But if you had the opposing ones, there were you could have different ability. Or maybe it was the good ones were the ones together, and then the ones that were opposing were problem. I don't remember. It's been so long since we did that shit, but similar in that nature, it has a compulsion. The wearer of it, the owner of it, not a above all else compulsion, but like a subconscious compulsion to find the wearer of the ring. Doesn't have any immediate magical effects that you can tell beyond a compulsion to the other person wearing the ring.
Okay. I'll let him know that there's I guess it's missing a ring.
Oh, okay.
It's part of a set.
Man, I gotta find that ring then, I guess.
Might be able to find it by putting it on.
Say less.
Your heart
Like,
stops. No, I'm kidding.
I put my hand
Yeah.
out for him to put in my hand. I don't know.
Your heart's up.
Oh yeah, no.
It's a normal person sized necklace, so when he wears it, the shit like
It
is
looks like Ice-T and a
Yeah.
damn giant fucking.
Oh my
he
God.
looks like Flava Flav with the clock around his neck.
Yeah, there you go. There
Awesome.
you go.
I wear that.
He just all starts going, yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
And all of
I
a
get
sudden,
grills.
he just. That man is entirely too old to still be doing that shit.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, but it's called My Beloved's Locket. And I'll add it to your character screen in a minute so you can have it. Or in a bit. Just remind me at the end of the session, I'll do it. Anything else? No, those are the items you found. The Gulthius staff and My Beloved's Locket.
Okay.
Is there anything else?
No,
Okay. So what do? We continue down the tunnel? We swim back? What's our options here?
I say we just continue.
Yeah. Down the tunnel we go.
Okay. You guys are all pretty wet, so you're dripping a little bit, but as you begin your journey down the tunnel, does anyone light a torch so the blind people can see?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna spark up a torch. And you progress down the tunnel. I'm guessing you're leading the way then, because you have the fucking the torch up.
Yeah. Besides the, nighttime people.
That's fine. I mean, so it lets them see in color again.
Yeah, and I guess. Yeah.
Remember, you can't see detail in the dark. You can see that's a table. You can't really see what's on the table. You can see that that's a doorway. You can't pick the lock blind unless you have a fucking incredible lockpick skill. You know what I mean? So you all begin your journey beyond this or down this cave, and you realize very quickly that you're descending fast. To the point like you can feel the grade becoming steeper and steeper until you begin to approach a point where whoever's leading, is it you with the torch, or is it somebody who can see in the dark?
It's me.
Okay, so as you're getting closer, you can feel that the grade is becoming steeper and steeper and steeper, and you get to the point where you're having to like walk sideways, like take sideways steps to stop yourself from falling. And as you approach what appears to be not a cliff, but like a quick descent, like a quick little drop of a few feet. And as you get near it, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
All right.
You can see, that's why it's not a disadvantage.
With evasion, if needed. 18.
Yeah, with an 18, you manage to, as a piece of rock crumbles from beneath your feet when you get close to the edge, you manage to kind of jump your way back up, and maybe the fucking fairy grabs you by the back of your collar and stops you from falling forward too, because he's just floating his ass around. You know, he's just flying around. He reaches out and grabs the bag of holding and kind of jerks you back, so you manage to not fall over the edge. But you can, you watch the rock fall for about 20 feet, hit the ground, and like splatter into a bunch of different pieces. Splinter, I guess, into a bunch of different pieces. But it's about a 20-foot drop to what you can see as the bottom, and then in front of you, you notice that the cave curves down very quickly. Like you're supposed to go down by the guide of the cave. There's not a way across, is what I'm saying. So
I got no idea here if there's another way across.
the cave is guiding you downwards. The roof of what you can see of the cave is arching downwards with this thing, so it looks like the cave is just a 20-foot drop.
I fly down there.
Okay. As you fly down, you notice that the cave continues on. It's just a 20-foot descent before it continues
Drop
on.
me a rope. One end of the rope, not the entire thing.
Is there anywhere to tie a rope to up
Not effectively.
You don't need to tie a rope. I can hold it, and then you guys go down, and then I can just run down.
I can run down. What a flex. What a flex.
Yeah.
You guys are stopped by a mere wall. How dare you?
That good.
Get good. This is a skill issue, obviously.
It's only 20 feet. You can honestly just jump.
Just jump. Just fall. You're fine. I fly this all of the time.
I'll
yeah,
I'll catch you. As his tiny little body is just.
As I fly away and read a book.
I'll take out a rope, and then I'll like sturdy myself and toss one end down. Just say, "Okay, guys, make it quick."
Okay.
I'll start shimmying my way down.
All right. Ian leads the way. Everybody else shimmies their way down. Hobo ends up crawling or just walking the way down the wall because she can run on walls. And then gather up your rope and kind of throw it back over your shoulder in case you need it again. You know, kind of have it at the ready, I guess.
Yeah.
And you continue forward for a while, and you find yourself at the edge of a rope bridge. Rope bridge is a little rotten. Still looks up. The wood panels still seem to be up. The posts on both ends look pretty intact from what you can see. You can only see your end because the bridge is too long. It's more than 30 feet, so you can't see clearly to its end, right? You have 15 feet of normal vision, 15 feet of dark vision beyond that. And how do I put it? It's you can see roughly 30 feet of the bridge, and it looks crossable. And for those of you who have more than that of dark vision, you can see. You have what, 120 feet or is it 60 feet?
I just have 60 feet.
Okay, I don't think anybody has more than 120. So 60.
No, not anymore.
At 60, you can see way out into this bridge. You don't see the other end, but it looks intact. There's a couple of boards missing here and there. Some of the boards up close look a little rotten, but it looks like you could probably make it across. None of you weigh a ton.
Yeah,
so
we don't
it's
have super big people anymore.
Right, yeah. I mean, you don't have 330-pound soda trying to cross the fucking bridge this time.
That was a nightmare.
All right, let's
I'm gonna cross.
bridge then.
Just one at a time cross, I guess.
Yeah, that would be the safest.
Holler when you're on the other side. Or I'll wave the torch when I'm on the other side and when everybody else passes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So Ian goes first. Goes alone.
Yep.
Okay. Make me a survival check.
15.
Okay, with a 15, you begin your journey across. A couple of, you guys are seeing him just because of the light source is traveling with him. But every now and then, we'll say 3 times in the journey across, and the journey is about 150 feet. So 3 times in the journey across, he steps on a board, and you can all hear as the board snaps out from under his feet. But he's fast enough and strong enough to catch himself. He manages to he's got his hand on the rope, one hand on the rope at least. So whenever he steps through something, he catches himself, rights himself back up, and begins to pass his way across again. But a 15 is a success, though it's a success. It's close. It's close. Who's going next?
Oh, good.
Korg? Okay. So, Korg, you have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see what's coming in front of you. You can kind of prepare if you see any holes or anything like that. Go ahead and make me a survival check. Okay, with a 16. Same thing. You make your way across. There's a couple of boards along the way that you step on them, and they crack and snap through. But you're strong enough to catch yourself, and you manage to pull yourself back up. There's one point when you come pretty close to falling entirely through, like you put 1 foot on, and the board behind you snaps, throws your whole body weight off. But you manage to reach out. I mean, you got both hands on the rope because you don't need a light source, so you don't have to have. But you have both hands on the ropes, and you manage to climb your way across. But it was close. Who's going next?
Well, probably the more dexterous people should go. Or at least one more. We have, 2 people over there now?
You have, Korik and Ian are on the other side. And, I mean, Pep can just fly over to the other side.
That's fair.
So we'll just call Pep on the other side already.
Yeah.
No, I didn't go yet.
How far is it?
They know it's 150 feet. You can see the light from his torch. It's hard for you to guess the exact distance.
Okay.
I mean, they know it's about 150 feet. They've lost sight of you when they cross the bridge. So, but you can see them based on the light being produced by Anya's torch.
The light guy, yeah. Understood. Augustus will go next. Okay.
Be careful, Mr. Builder, man.
I'll do my best.
Survival. Can you see in the dark?
I cannot.
Make me a survival check at disadvantage.
No.
You should have built.
You could have just built us a bridge.
Yeah, you could have just built a goddamn bridge.
Yeah, if I had the base material.
Yeah,
sure.
you didn't have enough
like
mats.
8 logs of wood.
Pep, can
down
you
here
see in the dark?
Because I'm a human.
Pep, can you see in the dark?
Oh.
Technically, it doesn't say. So no, probably not.
You don't
but
have,
it does
if it
say
doesn't say you
fairies-
have dark vision, then no.
Yeah. Well, it does say
Okay.
fairies do have dark vision. It just doesn't say it on my thing, so I guess I don't.
It could be that it's a custom thing, so we'll give you 30 feet. It's the standard. If you want to add it to your character, it's fine.
What was the check?
Disadvantage on a survival check.
Okay.
And then we'll have you roll a percentage die depending on what you get out of this.
Yep. Fucking taking a hot
So
goddamn
it's taking
minute.
a minute. At disadvantage.
Yeah, I know. I rolled it at disadvantage. Why is it? It's taking a hot fucking minute to roll the other one or something.
It only rolled
Fucking-
one, yeah.
Yeah. Weird. I turned my fucking hardware acceleration back on. It must be the thing. That's going to be an 18 because the other one's a 19.
Okay. With an 18, you're a bit heavier than everybody else. You're a bit larger. So as you're crossing, some of these boards are definitely creaking and groaning under the higher weight, less dexterous ability. More strength based crossing.
Pretty dexterous.
And a couple of boards snap. Maybe we'll say one board snaps for you. But you do find your way across blindly, thanks to the guide ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going next? Is it Omen or Silver?
I'll go.
Okay, let's see that survival check. You can see in the dark, so you're fine. You don't have to do negative or disadvantage.
Doesn't matter. 7.
Okay, with 7. I need you to roll me a percentile dice, please. So a D100 and then a D10. And then somebody Google 10%. Okay, you make it 15 feet. No, okay, I need a. Did you roll a D10 too? Is it D?
Not yet. I'm working on it.
Or is that? No, I guess rolling a D100 gives you both numbers, doesn't it?
Yeah. it
Yeah.
does.
Okay. You normally it's just in the 100, like it's percentile dices are just like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, so you have to roll both. I didn't know if D&D Beyond had them both for a D100 roll. That's good now.
Oh.
So 10's what you roll. So the two of you who are on her side, Omen, you can't see shit actually, but Pep,
Nope.
Pep
Blind as
can
hell.
see. As she takes about 5 steps across, she hits the 10th board and it crushes beneath her feet. And then the 11th board, the 12th board, and the 13th board all fall, and she can't catch herself, and she begins to fall through. She can slow fall through, but she's falling through.
She falls in slow motion, but she's definitely going.
She hits you with the Terminator 2 thumbs up as she
I grab her
descends.
wrist.
She doesn't literally fall slowly. She just reduces the damage when she hits the ground.
If
So-
I fly down.
You would have to fly down to catch her. So make me. How do you do this? Is it be initiative or it'd be just I guess we'll see. Do you do a dex check and she'll do a dexterity saving throw?
Dex check. Okay.
Yeah, you do a straight dex check. She'll do a dexterity saving throw.
Fucking 8.
23.
Okay, with a 23, she'll give you advantage.
I guess I'll roll again.
Yeah.
19.
Okay, with a 19, you manage to grab her just by her wrist. You got her. Your little tiny hand is just got her by her wrist, and she manages not to fall.
And I fly the rest of the way.
Do you want to carry her across by her wrist?
Sure.
Okay, you just got her like this, her whole body hanging below you.
You're going the wrong way, miss. You can't park your car
You know
here.
bridges don't go down, right? Like.
You can't park your car here. What do
This
you
is payback for calling him short.
If you could just fly us across anyway,
why didn't you just do that?
why fucking didn't you?
Miss 19 passive perception.
Too much work.
Beneath you, you hear a few seconds later, you hear the sound of those wood boards crashing into the bottom.
Damn.
And then you hear splash as they hit some water. And now it's up to Omen.
Okay, Pep, please go get the wizard. Please go get the wizard.
Now,
Please,
now
guy.
I want to say that you're getting her across. I want to give Omen the chance to begin his journey before you can get to him.
Well, I mean, she did tell me to go do
to
it,
go
so
back, right?
I'll
But
probably
you
let go of her.
but you got to go all the way back. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know, it depends on where we're at on the bridge.
That's true. I guess you could just set her on the bridge. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. So if that's the case, make me another survival check then, Silver.
Sure. I fall.
Within 11, roll me another D100.
Oh my god.
Does she fall like immediately after I let her go?
Oh no, she gets about 11 boards.
84.
Okay, so you make it pretty far actually. You make it pretty close to the end. Being that you made it 10% previously. Now you've made it another 84%. You're almost at the end as you step right through a board and like 4 boards crush through you again. And she begins to fall fairly close to those of you who have the torch. You can see her coming into the light. She gets about 10-15 boards from the end of the thing and just falls through. But you've set her down and you've turned around and gone back for Omen. Omen, can you roll me your survival check?
Guys.
So she fell like when I was already back at Omen.
You're going back. You're going back for him. Yeah. If you just set her back up on the boards and she took off, then yeah. While you're back with Omen. So Omen,
Okay,
can you roll
well,
me your survival check?
Right?
She would be 30 feet from
It is going to be disadvantaged because you can't see. She's going to be less than 30 feet from you. She'd be like 15
Would I
feet.
be able to dash and try to catch her hand as she's falling?
You could try.
The guy with
I'm gonna
like,
need
a
dex.
-2 to strength.
I'm gonna need a dexterity saving throw from her and a dex check. You also have a torch, which means you can't hold the bridge at the same time.
I'm gonna drop the torch right as I dash. It's just gonna fall.
Okay, so it's just gonna fall. Yeah, it's still gonna fall like on the platform that you guys are on. It's fine.
Yeah.
Augustus is gonna pick it up and kind of like hold it high.
So you need a dex check from me.
I need a dex check from you. Yeah.
I failed.
Omen falls through the same hole that Silver just made in the boards.
Do I see him fall?
Yeah, you're back there with him. Yeah, no, you watch him. He's confident too. He begins his journey right across and steps right through the fucking hole and just plummets. And you reach down and catch him by his cloak and drag him back up. Right, well, no, hold on.
Suck at this.
We got to do dex check and so I need.
I rolled a 17 and.
Okay, so you do manage to catch her. You guys grab each other by the arm. And you get a hold of Silver and you can try and pull her up. Give me an athletics check. Let me have a dex check from Omen. Or, I'm sorry, dex save from Omen and a dex check from Pep, please.
A chow.
16.
Fucking 6.
I got a 9.
No.
Oh no!
You dive down to grab him, and he's just not where you thought he just fucking starts falling way faster than he should be. It's really confusing. So you're gonna have to dive to try and get after him. I'll give you one more chance.
Okay.
Can I cast Thunder Step up?
I think you have to be on a flat surface.
Yeah, what are you gonna step on?
I think you actually have to step. I don't think.
Step on.
Let me
16.
Okay, so let me have a dex save from Omen.
Ah,
Hey,
shit.
You trying to? You wave your hand away from mine.
No. You said a deck save. Damn.
It's okay because the 16
nice.
the 16 was enough. I just wanted to fuck with you. So with the 16, you managed to grab him. We'll say by his pinky, and it dislocates. It definitely dislocates because his body weight snaps on. He's an old guy. You've definitely got him by a dislocated pinky right now. So is it like all limbs or limps all like wrist and shit? No, wrist is all limp and shit. I don't know. I'm having a stroke. Excuse me. I have brain damage. I'm having brain damage. Yeah, so his wrist is all limp because you've dislocated his pinky, but you got him by his pinky.
How are y'all not dead yet?
Yes.
I'm legally blind.
Gravity.
Don't worry, man. I can fix that. Greater restoration.
The best part is he literally could have just put fairy dust on all of you and you would have floated across.
That's not okay.
I know we said that's not how it works, but wouldn't it be great?
So
Wouldn't it be great if you could just make
no.
if you could just make the party float?
Right?
Honestly, could you imagine just like that would be the best rogue? You could just sprinkle shit on people and just make them float away.
Make them float or turn invisible.
No, turn them invisible and have them float to space.
It just wears off.
I think you'd consistently have to keep putting the fairy dust on them because it only lasts for a certain amount of time, then they would just fall.
Yeah.
That's
I
fine.
can fly,
They just
definitely,
have to
man.
fall.
Make it the flavor of an arcane trickster when he casts his invisibility. He just sprinkles fairy dust
Yeah.
all over you.
Yeah, it's
Anyway.
anti-fairy fire, yeah.
Yeah.
I drag him across.
Yeah, I would imagine you don't even set him down.
I drag him on the fucking steps.
So you get him and you got him by his damn cloak and he's just, by the way, he ain't got no underwear on, so when you grab him by his cloak and it like rides up because you got him by it and his arms are just kind of dangling down like this, his legs and his he's getting some air down there that he ain't had in a while. Okay.
I'm over here trying to pull Silver up. Like, what?
Yeah, no. So you're pulling Silver up, right? And just as you get her up and over the edge and you make eye contact, you're looking right at it as he's getting carried right over top of you, like on his limb.
So me and Silver just get flashed by bright white.
No. Listen, here's the thing. You're on your side pulling Silver up. Silver is facing away from it, so Silver doesn't see it.
Just you.
Just
Yeah.
you. Just you.
His
And
balls slap on your face.
and probably Augustus and Quark as well, because you have the torch and you're facing the direction he's coming from.
This
Yeah.
blinding white.
He teabags you in midair.
Everyone sees that except Silver, and that's a good thing.
You remember when Silver saw the giant? Nobody believed her.
Yeah.
Everyone else saw a different kind of giant.
I didn't know they made giants that small.
And
Yeah, look at me. What do you mean?
he's got a little giant's blood in him. The little guy. Fucking. No. So yeah, he drags him across. And by the way, Pep has no fucking idea either. Right?
Yeah,
Pep's got no idea either. It's just the rest of you get a good eyeful.
I'm pulling and just hear, oh god.
Oh.
You accidentally throw up.
As he carries him across and sets him down, and he just kind of readjusts his little poncho coat thing, and it's back down. He ain't got no damn underwear on. He's been running around the woods freeballing this whole time.
We haven't gotten him any real clothes.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that
Caliban made him.
Caliban made him clothes, but they were nice clothes, and he refused to wear them, if I remember correctly.
Yes. I think that's what he did.
He made you nice clothes that you wore for one occasion, and then you said you took them back off because they were too nice.
Yeah, you were wearing the Pancho Villa clothes now.
And then now you went back to the blanket that got a hole cut in it that somebody sewed up into a fucking poncho.
Yeah.
So he's just been exploring woods and marshlands and sailing down a fucking river in a poncho.
Hey,
with
this man
nothing else on but a poncho and a hat.
This man is the most comfortable of all of us.
Caliban Originals, man. Poncho hat and his really nice.
They're a real limited series product.
They
they're
are a real limited series product. You
They've
can't get
gone
one
up in value though recently. There was there's been tale of his death.
I wonder why.
Weird how that happens.
Stop bullying that damn dog.
Bullying him. Look at him. He's sleeping.
And no,
Looks
you're
upset.
choking him.
He's sleeping.
You look like you have that dog and a half Nelson.
Oh, I'm sorry. Odin, would you like to leave?
Giving him the old Fu Manchu.
Feel free to do so. If you want to leave, you can do so at any moment.
Yeah.
You're holding
You're
him
not
hostage.
captive.
You're holding it. How's he gonna leave when you got his head
Yeah,
like that, bro? You
got him by
can
the
leave
throat.
if you want.
You can leave.
Run away. You're free.
Yeah.
Look, he's trying to get away. He's trying to get away right now.
He's trying. You hurt him so bad he can't move.
He has him strapped down, and we just can't strap.
He knows something's up. He's on camera, so he knows if he disobeys, you're gonna hurt him more.
Okay, so what the hell are we
Stockholm
talking
syndrome.
about? I forgot. Yeah, he's got the damn Stockholm syndrome. That's what it is.
I'm working on pulling silver up.
Okay, so yeah, so you what was your athletics check?
16.
Oh, it was 16. Yeah, with a 16 you managed to pull her up, and like I said, just as you pull her up, balls.
Balls.
You just need to drop her again to cover your eyes.
There's a little bit of a weakening in your grip, and Silver definitely clocks the weakening in the grip. And how you want to interpret that is your own business. Because he like, it's not that he almost dropped you, but you went from like the Beastmaster to like, oh shit, hang on,
Yeah.
I'm slipping. Like, what are you doing? And then he manages to pull you up. But there was a moment where his grip on your arm definitely like weakened.
I had a backup plan in this, I promise.
Are you trying to drop me? What's going on here?
I was prepared to roll a nat 1 and fall with you.
Oh my god.
But hey, it's okay. If all the people who fall with you, the one with dimension door is probably the good one.
True. Very true.
I had a backup plan, but it was probably going to get us all killed if I used it.
I'm gonna say your backup plan was gonna have to pass a wisdom save after getting flashed by some old man balls.
Fucking old man ball.
Some old man balls.
But where you got dragged up, and there were definitely some it was swinging, and you saw it. And as you pull her up, like she's on her stomach, right? So she's looking at the ground, like clawing her way up. As you're pulling her up, like grab her by the back of her fucking pants and rear her up so she can get up there. So everybody does make it. And as you guys all get up, Omen is definitely like readjusting his poncho to make it more comfortable for him again.
Mm-hmm. As long as he's comfortable.
I mean,
Breeze.
what else? What else is he gonna be? You want him to be uncomfortable?
Breeze.
It's a little breezy.
An old man.
How is he not cold all the time?
He's a wizard.
He's a
Beautiful cover girl.
Head
He got-
on, fly directly.
You
to
got
the
that
forehead.
prestidigitation, my boy. Make a fire like that.
Ciao.
I want to check the weather.
Oh my
Okay.
God, this-
I want to check the
Go
weather.
ahead.
Fucking
do, yeah.
weather app Pep over here.
It's
What
damp.
kind of-
It's damp inside this cave.
No, I'm talking about with Druidcraft with my orb.
Okay. What were our choices again?
Oh no, it just it's an orb that shows.
Yeah, but what
the
are
weather
our
would
color
be.
choices and what do they mean again? I'll tell you what it is. I've forgot.
Oh no, okay. I would give you what examples they.
Yeah. Give me the examples.
It's cloudy if it's cloudy. It's gold if it's sunny.
Uh-huh.
It's raining inside the orb if it's gonna be raining.
Rainy.
Literally, yeah, it's literally just the fucking.
The weather app.
It's
The
rainy.
little weather app symbol. It's whatever the symbol in the weather app is in the orb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
rainy. It's raining inside the orb.
Okay, so it's gonna be raining outside. Awesome.
You got the little cloud with the little thunderstorm and it flashes.
Yeah, that's for thunderstorms. It legit just says that it
Odin.
snows inside the orb if it's gonna be snowing.
You yell at him.
Look at that, he's crying.
Uh-huh.
He's licking his dick on my bed. That is disrespectful.
You let that
Okay,
dog do
well,
what he does.
We had a friend who didn't let his dog do that, and his dog ran into traffic. So I think maybe you should be a little nicer to him.
What the fuck?
Damn.
That went out of nowhere.
Drew's dog. You remember we used to yell at Drew about that shit?
Oh yeah.
We would bully Drew because he would. So here's the thing. His dog would do it right on Drew's pillow where he sleeps, and then there would just be a big puddle of licked spit on the
All over
pillow.
the pillow.
And
Oh, God.
Drew fucking hated it. So he would yell at his dog whenever he did it. And we're like, dude, you better stop. You better just move him off the bed. Let him do his business. And then Drew's dog ran into traffic.
It says more about Drew than the dog.
The thing is, it was random as fuck too. Like we'd be in the middle of some shit, and all of a sudden,
And he would just start yelling, "Get that off my bed! You better be nice to that damn dog."
damn it, I'm dead.
My man gives high fives too, bro.
That's back in the Apex.
He does.
Aww.
Yeah. So.
Boy, ow.
Hey guys, it's gonna be raining if we leave.
Okay.
We might need to wait a bit before so it clears out.
We're under a mountain.
Yeah. We can wait it out here. I'm taking a nap.
I'm gonna long rest right here.
Right here.
On the cliff of this precipice. We're gonna nap right here. It's a literal cliffhanger.
I just placed them on the top of my bag, and we can keep going.
I'm inside the handy-haver sack.
Yeah, but only like he's tucked in like a Ken doll would be.
Yeah,
But only like to the like little GI Joe like half stuffed in a pocket.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like his arms are like dangling out of it, so he looks like a toy.
I'm fine with that, honestly. Fuck. Just wake me up if you need to know the weather.
Just so you guys know, the orb that he pulls out is like the size of a marble.
God.
And then he tells you the weather with it.
Not in marble. It's like
Again, you're 2 feet tall, bro. Your fucking palm is this big. I can't stress. Proportionally, your fucking hand, like your whole hand, is like the size of my fucking thumb. You are not much bigger than a fucking GI Joe doll.
Listen,
I cannot stress this enough. You are this big.
Fucking, it's this big.
Your whole fucking hand is like the size of my thumb.
Then it's one of those big marbles.
Sure, it could be a big marble.
You can be a big marble.
It's an inch and a half across for the rest
Hey,
of
average
you.
sized. It's average size.
It's average size.
It's slightly above average. I don't.
So, do you guys want to take a long rest here? So, what do you want to do? Everybody wants to take a long rest?
If there's enough space, if not, we're gonna keep pushing.
We could say there's enough space. But you can also tell that you have descended. You're probably several hundred feet below the surface right now.
Okay.
And then Silver did hear a crash splash into water way deep down underneath her, and she couldn't see it with her dark vision.
Okay.
So there is definitely at least flowing water. Not gonna tell you what kind, you only know, at the bottom of that chasm. But you are a few hundred feet below grade right now, being that you dove down, swam up a little bit, stopped, dove down, swam down more. He almost drowned. He got the kiss of life from a fairy that I feel like wasn't blown out of proportion like it should have been.
I want
and then,
to know. I have a question at the end. Remind me to ask this question.
Okay.
I need to ask it before Ben leaves.
You managed to dive a little bit more. You came up into a pocket. You came out of the air. You descended even more from there. So you've basically just been going down, up a little bit, down more, up a little bit, down a fuckload across the bridge.
Oh, like
and you're now standing at another chasm that continues on. Or no, I'm sorry, not a chasm, another tunnel. You cross the chasm, another tunnel continues on. But that being said, if you guys want to take your long rest here, it would probably be 6-ish p.m. time-wise. There's nothing to say you can't just, we'll pick up,
We've been traveling for a little bit more than a day because we slept during the day last time.
Right, and I'm sure all the swimming fucking took it out of you quite a bit, and the potential near-death experiences right here took it out of you quite a bit. So, I mean, you have a little bit of a continued journey to go. I need Augustus, Ian, and Silver to make me history checks, please.
History. Yeah, boy needs a history check.
14.
Okay.
it's rolling. It's taking a minute.
Take your time. Take your time.
4.
Okay.
20.
Okay. You're 14. You know, once you reach a certain depth, it becomes the Underdark. With your 20, you know you're well past that depth.
Okay.
And you know things in the Underdark don't typically like things from above.
Copy.
Do any of you say the word Underdark?
Augustus is definitely thinking it. Unless anybody mentions anything, I don't think he's going to say anything though.
I'm in La La Land.
Silver's gonna like definitely ponder it and be like, I don't like being this deep underground.
Well, considering we're in the Underdark, probably not.
Yeah, you didn't have to say it, but you said it anyway. And now
as you say it, you get like, you know, your little mental picture is gonna need to pan over to Omen's face and get really close to his eyes. And then you get to see like not bewilderment, but a little bit of fear strike into his eyes, and he just mouths the word very quietly. The Underdark. And you can see the tears, not tears, but fear, in his eyes upon descending into the Underdark. And that's where we're gonna end.
You didn't have
There
to
you
say,
go.
but you did it anyway, and now
I did.
having Vietnam flashbacks. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
What happened last time he had Vietnam flashbacks? He had a fucking seizure.
You're like, they're in the trees.
Yeah, every time he levels up, he has a seizure.
The trees have eyes.
All
right. What's your question?
Was Pep's breath of life Ian's or Vincent's first kiss? We need to know. I think these are the things we need to know.
We do need to know.
You know,
I've been thinking about this the entire time.
I'm gonna say feeling like considering I grew up in Waterdeep.
What'sville?
Criminal.
Waterdeep.
Slutsville.
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep. I'm gonna feel like I've probably been to a brothel or two.
It'd be funnier if it were.
I'm gonna guess it is.
Fucking whimsical fairy thing.
You know,
just...
whatever helps you sleep.
I'm gonna say it is. Regardless of it, it is now canon. That's your first kiss.
Ayo, add my locket to my character.
There you
sheet.
go. Now you need to get Vincent the matching ring.
No, I need that bitch.
Married. We need to learn ceremony.
You mean the ring that he threw into the river at Baldur's Gate?
Yep.
What?
What?
Huh?
Who?
You mean the one
No, it's not the same ring. The invisibility ring that tried to burn your finger off? No, it's not the same one.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any other questions?
Because you cripple me at any chance you get.
Because I can't keep making you the broken rogue.
That's fair. You keep giving. You're the one who keeps giving me.
You kept wanting me to give him that ring that makes fucking everything silent that it touches or whatever.
No, it makes his noise silent.
So here's the thing: it was designed to be put over somebody's mouth.
It emits.
So they
from the
couldn't.
ring.
So they couldn't scream.
Yeah.
And that would be broken for a rogue.
Really? Just
I don't think that's as broken as giving him advantage on everything because he's invisible.
Yeah, I did kind of abuse that real fast, like.
Yeah, you did.
As you should. I don't regret it.
That's fine.
I mean,
you learned your lesson when you lost it and it blew up.
Wait, you know what? I have the silence spell, so I can help.
Sure.
Yeah, now you can. It's just it was one of those things that could have been a fun interaction mechanic.
I'm gonna say here, anything I've ever gotten that's helped me, to include the dagger, has been taken from me, except the sword because I have to get it back.
We burned down an entire village. I think losing that dagger was called for at that point. Not only burned down an entire village, we incinerated the top of it with everybody still in it.
Four cities, by the way.
Well, yeah, I'm just talking about Darkhold specifically.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, everyone in Darkhold is dead. There's one building left in Darkhold.
Yeah. And it wasn't wood.
Cavalina's cabinet.
Fair.
One building left in Darkhold because it was a magical building.
I thought you said that was the first one that fell.
No, the first one that fell
No,
was
fire
most certain.
surrounded it.
Yeah, fire surrounded it, but it wasn't burned down. The first one that fell was the
The
barn that you
animal
lit the
one.
fucking fire in.
Yeah. Then the animal thing next door.
The stable, and yeah, you definitely burned down Furlough's friends or whatever the hell it was. The pet shop where you guys got the little dragons
The
and
pseudo dragons.
yeah, and the
wolf.
wolf. Yeah. Yep. 100% burned down. All the pets. That's why all the pets were flying away, because she let them go before the building burned down.
Well, they survived.
If you think about it, you could have got free pets.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And I wasn't mean enough to kill the pets because you guys were mean enough to kill the village of people. That you'd only interacted with like 6 of them, and you were like, yeah, we're gonna burn this bitch to the ground.
Listen, man, the NPCs you don't interact with don't exist.
Not until you want to interact with them, yes.
They exist. They have families. They have lives.
In fact, the ones that you do interact with don't exist until you tell me you want to interact with them. And then I make that shit up on the spot.
They exist. They have lives. They have families.
They just appear out of thin air.
That is true. Yeah, no, yeah. So if you're walking around a corner and you're like, I wonder if somebody's around here. Somebody's around that corner now because you said something about it.
Okay,
I gotta keep you on your toes.
Okay. Next time we're in a city. Yeah, I want to go around the corner and talk to the guy who owns the black market that has all the cool shit that I can buy from him.
Doesn't exist.
He kills you immediately because he doesn't know you.
I'm a fairy, so
You walk around the corner, he's like, you talking to me?
I sell all my kidneys.
You little flying man talking to me.
Yeah, I sell you my fucking fairy kidney for some gold or some shit.
Fairy kidney. Let me look at my paper real quick. I don't have no orders. I don't have no orders for no fairy kidneys. But I do got to order for some fairy wings. You wanna give them up?
Yeah, I'll trade them.
I'll give you market price. I'll give you 700 gold.
Deal. Fucking, I hand you the scissors.
They're normal size scissors that he's just been using to joust people.
Yep. It's my arts and crafts.
Like I need to go get a 2-foot tall doll just so I can demonstrate how tiny it is compared to a person.
They are very small.
Like this is 14 inches. Yeah. Right? This is my hand. You see this? You see the size comparison problem? Mm-hmm. So you figure 14 inches in this is 22 inches, right?
Yeah.
You're 2 inches taller than this. So your whole hand is vaguely bigger than the size of my thumb.
Look, he's tall for his species.
He is tall for his species. We'll give him that. At the very, he got a little giant in him. He a little Hodor looking motherfucker.
Not a pixie.
He a little Hodor looking motherfucker for sure. Somewhere in his genetic line, there's some hill giant in there somewhere. Some cousin fucker giant. Some Alabama giant.
Some Alabama giant.
Oh, they can be up to 4 feet. Never mind.
What, fairies? Yeah, fairies can be up to the size of halflings. I think that's what the book says.
About 3 to 4 feet. Damn, I'm short.
Does anybody? Yeah, and he's told you guys the whole time. I'm tall for my species. Listen, that just makes it that much more funny.
I'm in denial.
It is a textbook case of little man syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody have any other questions for me before we wrap it up?
Nope.
No? All right.
Add my fucking locket to my guy.
I will.
Man.
I got you. Send me in a message because I have to run to the restroom right now. So you get to fucking put in a message and then I'll take care of it.
Locket guy.
That's perfect. Yeah.
I do have a question. Am I supposed to know what's in the handy haversack, or am I just carrying it?
You haven't looked.
I don't think you know. You don't like just get an inventory sheet when you pick it up. I think it works like I don't know if it's written into it, like the bag of holding. If you flip it upside down, you can like will everything to come out of it. If you just like
you can pull stuff out of it like that one because they're not fully disconnected. They're just bigger. I think it's because you can only fit what fits into the pocket.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, the pockets are like 4 inches across or something instead of 2 feet. That's why
Yeah,
you
and
can
they're, like,
kidnap a
little-
gnome, but you can't kidnap, you know, like you
Yeah.
can't kidnap a Goliath barbarian because he's fucking 7 foot tall and 4 foot wide.
Okay, so I just
Um,
need to go through the bitch.
You need to go through it to understand what's in it, right? So he sent you the list, so we can say over this time you've been like experimenting, like pulling things out, like, oh, is there money in here? Oh, is there a weapon in here? Oh, is there, you could have been experimenting along the way. Is there a book in here?
He didn't send me a list.
Oh,
It's
well,
just
somebody has
basic
it.
shit. It's just there's fucking daggers. Not really. No, not daggers. Like rations, and
Fill it.
box of
Okay, so
torch.
you just put your basic supplies in it. Okay, so yeah, just
There is a little cactus in there that you can do with what you want.
oh,
Okay.
I forgot. Oh my god, I forgot you bought the little cactus. Yeah. these
Yeah,
little
I
guys.
really just wanted
Yeah.
to sneak it into someone's pocket. That's literally the only reason I got it.
Funny enough, you did sneak it into somebody's pocket. It just took you like disapparating to do it because now it's in her pocket.
No, I'm talking about like just.
I know.
Yeah, when she goes to pick it up,
She's gonna reach in and reach in and go cactus and fucking grab it by the top. You know, and all her fingers are gonna be fucking probed full of little cactus prong. Yeah, it's not gonna be fun.
There's also like 23 keys in one of the.
Oh, when you stole the keys, yeah.
Yeah, there's a key ring with 23 keys on it.
Basic stuff, which is why I would like a list.
Your basic stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's your normal like hack stuff. No. There's no dagger, but it's gonna be. You can't put sharp objects in it. Technically, you're not supposed to be put weapons into the bag of holding. But to like discount weight, I just let you guys put weapons into the bag of holding. Technically, you're not supposed to be able to do it because it would shear the bag and cause it to like rip open and spill everything on the ground, kind of. And it can carry like up to 500 pounds worth of shit, but I don't really worry about weight. It's such a menial detail to try and fight over the weight of something. So I don't bother with it. So I mean, it's your basic shit, like your if you go to create whatever kind of character he was, like what the hell were you, a warlock something?
Fathomless warlock.
Okay, if it's just any warlock, yeah, warlock with a merchant background. If you go to create one and look at the equipment it normally comes with, that's what you're gonna have. So
Okay.
like a rogue would come with 1,000 ball bearings. Some kind of barbarian comes with like a totem for their god. Shit like that. Like you're gonna have really small like menial objects, and they have a shitload like rations and like a water supply, things like that. Think of it as like an emergency ration and water fund. Currently, is what you need to focus on right now. That's the important thing. So if you guys run into a desert, you would have extra water on you.
Okay.
Yeah. There's nothing like, I don't remember anything that was like outrageously overpowered. You didn't have any like magical objects shoved in it, from what I remember. But it's an official Handy's Haversack from Handy Haversacks.
Well, I mean, she has everything that he was carrying. Right?
It's name brand.
It's name brand, exactly. This is the Louis Vuitton of Handy Haversacks.
Yeah.
I'm
out of here for a little bit.
Okay, that's fine. I'm assuming Adam and I are going to play.
Let's play a couple rounds of Tarkov, then I'm gonna you guys back.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm fixing to do anyways. Go play Tarkov. For everybody who's here, we appreciate you. We'll see you again next week. Check the old sessions on YouTube. Have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you next time.